Hello, and welcome to Big Dad Industries. I am Ben, also known as Big Dad, and I am a player tonight, so I will push this over to the storyteller.
Oh, thank you. I am at House Tremere. You can find me on Twitter by that handle. I'll be running Ask Not For Whom, the third session tonight. Got three wonderful players. We'll do a quick recap, but I would ask them to introduce themselves and their characters, and then we'll set the scene for where we'll take it off. Let us start with Tom Collins, though that's not what he's known as.
My name is Luke. No socials or anything. I play Tom Collins, but no one should ever call him Tom Collins. They get punched in the face if they do. He is known now as Mad Dog, or the Prince's Mad Dog. He will accept that. And he is all about punching first, and then maybe asking questions later, but probably punching again second.
Kestrel.
Hello, I'm Tyler, and I am playing Kestrel, your friendly or honestly kind of bitchy Toreador, who is the wonderful face of the party and tries to walk into clubs and demand attention and fails miserably sometimes. But it's all good. We have Bad Dog to back them up and make things right by punching people. But it's all good. We're fun. We have a good time. You can find me online on Twitter at Tyler Rose RPG, or you can find my much more interesting meme account, Clan Gargoyle, also on Twitter. Usually feuding with House Tremere.
And I'll go last. I'm Ben, Big Dad. As I said, I'm playing Owen, the group's La Sombra and somehow information gatherer. The only one that resisted that dominate to forget everything. So somehow I know the most, which is never how that works.
You are a Lasombra hacker.
Mm-hmm.
So you hack information.
Haven't done it yet.
Will there be a chance tonight? So, wonderful players. Thank you for being here. Wonderful audience. Thank you for tuning in. Our coterie was assaulted last session. The stakes were raised. A vehicle came out of nowhere and slammed into Owen, and then drove away, laughing. Owen shook it off, met up with his clanmates. They did a little bounty hunting for Mad Dog. They went after a pair of mortals who were on the lam. They brought him in, alive and unharmed, mostly. However, Mad Dog's connection was burned. Can't do business with him anymore. Seems like the Ventru might have had something to do with it. They also went and did some bounty hunting for an unknown target, Carmine Giordano, paid for with blood. They tracked him to a private soccer club in Queens. They wrecked the place. They beat up a ton of people, drained a few, wiped a lot of memories. But Carmine got away. He's a ghoul, they realized. A ghoul with fleetness. Running and escaping these powerful kindred. No small task. Don't know where I'll go, though. They also had another encounter with the faithful of the city, Father John, and now Sonny Joe, a child of 14 perhaps, came and spoke to them and asked them to repent. Did these vampires repent? They did not.
We didn't
And Mad
not repent.
Mad Dog grew horns. Kestrel became obsessed with the beauty of the stars.
Just a little more than usual.
And Owen didn't seem that fazed, strangely. Did have a weird dream about the Pope scolding him. They were contacted after that by their Tremere associates and said they knew where Betty would be. Betty is the Ventru bloodgetter who the party has agreed to terminate as part of their silence with their support of the Tremere Regent. Betty is found driving a large church van, 12, 15 passenger kind of deal. And she seems to be picking up mortals from various addresses. Our party is in two cars, one being driven by a Malkavian race car, and one being driven by the Tremere Reggie. Our players are just passengers. But there's a conversation to be had. Race car looks at his passengers, as Reggie does as well. They have walkie-talkies so you can communicate between cars. Betty has just driven down the block.
thought of a flaw in our plan.
She is driving from Queens, and it looks like she's driving south to Brooklyn, getting on the not Jackie. Is it the Jackie?
Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah,
it was
Getting on-
the Interborough. It's now the Jackie.
Jackie Robinson Expressway, driving down, and race car says, "Well, I guess we're following them to their next destination."
Step
Hmm.
on it.
Unless, do you want to like cut them off on the highway or what?
It's a pretty good highway to cut them off on. There's
How many
parts where
people have we seen get into the bus?
Just one, but there were other people that were in the car as you drove by. You couldn't make out their faces though.
Damn it.
Everybody made a wits and awareness roll and did fairly poorly. You might be able to get another try if you're driving next to them on the highway or something, but then they might see you. So you got to make some decisions. Race car and Reggie will mostly defer to the party if you have strong desires.
I feel like I have no evidence, but I feel like that's a herd in there for a Ventru.
or yeah, gathering up everybody's specific little delights and bringing them to whoever needs to eat for the night. We probably
How high are the sidewalls on the bridge here?
On the highway?
Like between like the bridge and open air.
So it's not a bridge. It's on
Oh.
land.
I thought we were on a bridge. Sorry.
Sorry, highway.
I was like, let's push this. Let's push these blood
Queens and
bags
Brooklyn are the
into the
same
water.
there is a part that goes
My
through...
humanity has gone down.
There is a part that goes through a graveyard that does have like relatively high walls. It's kind of hard to get to. We might have a little bit of time to maybe, get into a confrontation and then get out before anybody comes by and notices. Now, the problem being that if we try to fight somebody on a 2-lane highway, there's a possibility that other cars might come down the highway. So I guess
Yeah.
follow them.
And as
to-
hard as you can punch, I don't think you can punch through a car.
No. And we've seen what cars can do to us before.
I have a question for my storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
How far away from myself can I summon the shadow arms?
Line of sight?
So I could summon it inside of their car and use them to take hold of the steering wheel.
I like this idea.
Assuming you had line of sight into their car and saw shadows that you could use. If you lost line of sight, you would lose the control.
I mean, assuming you only need it long enough to yank the steering
Well,
wheel really hard
there's
to the
one
right.
yank.
There's a shadow underneath the car as you drive along from streetlights, right? And then the arms get some of my potent strength. It could theoretically smash the driver's side window and then pull the wheel into, say, a gas station.
No gas stations along the highway.
I mean, eventually they're going to get off the highway, right?
Correct. So this was a question of if you're attacking before they get off the highway. Because you could try a highway assault. You can easily just track them. I mean, you think easily. Just track them to their next location.
I actually am going to go back. I'm going to say let's attack on the highway for this reason. They won't expect it. 2, the disadvantage of flying cars coming at us is just as much as a disadvantage to them. And 3, there aren't many witnesses, so we can really go all out.
I think if we can get up beside them and you can get like view of the shadows around the steering wheel and just honestly yank it hard into oncoming traffic, that would probably do us a lot of good.
Yes.
Okay. So your plan then is to get Reggie, because you're in the car with Reggie, not race car, You're driving up as close as you need to see inside of the vehicle.
Hold on, I'm just imagining. Yeah, okay, what's the plan? The Lasombra flaw just kicks in, and they just don't hear me over the walkie-talkie.
It takes a
Uh,
couple of tries.
When did the Swedish chef get here? Now we just have Reggie translate.
Kestrel should also roll me 7 dice, please. Don't add
7
any.
dice. Okay, 1 second. I was just saying that Kestrel would be getting their gun out and ready to go in case they need to do like a drive-by shooting.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
And race car will be the lead car.
3 successes. Okay.
Cat.
Ray's car
Really?
is the name of the driver of that car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chat.
Yeah.
Kestrel,
Yes.
with 3 successes, your premonition pings.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. What do I
And
see?
you see the mangled corpse, or maybe not corpse, but bloody body that's dying of your touchstone, who works at a restaurant, is it, I believe?
Gun store. Or I have a gun store and a hotel clerk.
Hotel clerk, that was it.
Hotel clerk.
The
Okay, so
hotel
that's
clerk.
Lenora.
Lenora. She is among the wreckage of this van that you get a premonition of having been driven off the road.
Oh shit. Oh
Quick,
shit.
what are
Kestrel
your
grabs
convictions? What are your convictions?
What's mine is mine is one of the convictions.
Ooh.
And the-
They're taking my fucking touchstone. That's mine. That is my blood that they're taking.
Ooh.
Kestrel grabs the walkie-talkie. He's like, "Change of plans. Don't fucking do it. It's my thing in there. It's my person in that car. Don't do it."
Your person?
Yes.
I sound like I've already changed it. I sound like one of the adults talking in Peanuts.
I'm gonna say Charlie Brown.
You're some human you know is in there?
A person I quite like is in that van, and I don't want them harmed.
This is the
And
best
if we
use
drive
of the
this,
touchstone
if
I've
we
ever
drive
seen.
this van off the road, that person is dying, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. We need to follow it and do this a little bit more safely.
All right. I guess we'll follow them into the streets and fight them in the streets. Then I guess.
Kestrel seems angry enough to like have fangs out at this point, like just fuming over this complication in the plan, and also the fact that his touchstone is in that fucking car. Like the Ventru have their fangs on my person. How dare they? That is mine.
Why are they in there?
I don't know.
Can you find out?
I don't think I have their phone number. Maybe. Do I?
Hey.
That's up to you. I think we haven't established if these were sort of parasocial relationships or whether you met them and spoke with them. You certainly can have their phone number if you'd like to. That could be interesting.
Sure.
It's also-
I'm gonna try to give her a call.
Her phone rings 3 times. On the 4th ring, it's answered. You don't hear a voice say anything, though.
Lenora.
Kestrel. You hear Betty's voice.
This doesn't sound like Lenora. Who are you?
She hangs up.
That
Okay.
bitch. Betty has her phone.
Only I sound like it. I can hear you fine.
I'm just interpreting for you in
Okay.
advance.
I can hear
Betty
you
has her
normally.
phone.
I think I might want to call my touchstones?
If you have their phone numbers, you certainly can do so.
Which one would I have? Uh, can I call the grandson of my war pal?
Sure. It is nighttime and somewhat late, keep in mind.
Sure.
But yeah, you give a call, and after a couple of rings, it's kind of groggily answered of, hello?
Sorry, butt dial. See you in class. Sorry about that. Butt dial. Hang up.
Bye. Okay.
Drunk dial.
Okay, well my guy's safe for now.
At least you think he's safe.
Well, he was asleep.
Could be sleeping on the van.
I didn't think of that. Okay. So we can't make their car crash. Could we make their car stop?
Race car says, I could do a short stop in front of them, but, unless we have both cars covering both lanes, they can try to drive around me.
Like the
And if
Freedom
we cover
Convoy.
both lanes, they have a bigger car. They have a van.
But they don't
could
have
try to push
seatbelts.
through. I don't know how much they care about their inhabitants' well-being, Race car says.
Considering
Reggie
why
has.
they're probably picking them up, I don't imagine they do care very much about their inhabitants' well-being.
Okay. Interesting.
Reggie is fumbling in the car with Owen through a bag. He grabs it from the back seat and he holds it between his legs while he's driving. He's pulling this or that out, and he tosses a flask at Owen. And he's like, "Put that on your pocket." Higher. You want it? It's gonna attract the very first bullet that hits you. This is a Tremere specialty. If you don't use it tonight, I want it back. He's digging around. I got another one in here for the other crew, and it throws a potion at you. A little vial of blood. If we're gonna start punching, drink that first.
All right. Well, we don't slam the car into the median. We just pin it in, get out, pull Betty out, do what we gotta do, get out.
I want to clarify something. Betty is not alone in the vehicle with all the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, you know that Race Car recognized another Malkavian, Fred. Fred's a nodist. He thinks that the Ventru should rule because of nodism. Fred wears
Fucking
an ascot.
nodism.
It's the only piece of description I'm giving you for Fred. He wears an ascot.
Wasn't
There's
there also a
no
Lasamba in there?
Nodis to wear a mascot.
There is a Lasombra by the name of Esau. He going against his clan, it would seem. He was kind of the runt of the litter.
So
And so there are at least 2 other kindred with Betty.
well, we got 5. They've
We
got
can
3.
try to.
Betty
kidnap
was the
her.
one that secured the AR-15 with the incendiary rounds, though.
That was Barbara.
There are too
And
many
it was my
B's.
You said the exact same thing last time.
It has been 2 weeks.
And that's true. But also, there are 2 people named Tony. There are it happens when you have enough names. It's like birthdays. More than 25, and you start getting duplicates.
This is why I ended up with a character named Ham Tanks that was a major NPC in a game I ran. It was a woman named Ham Tanks.
Thanks.
So Betty and Barbara, though different, both be Ventrus. There might be a lot of Ventrus who are bees. Go figure.
Bitches.
They're real bees. Damn it.
See, I wasn't going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But, so yeah, you've got a couple of people in there aside from. And you're not sure if there are other people, right? Those are the ones that you saw and recognized. One of the people who was sitting in the car that you didn't recognize could be another kindred. You're not sure, just to be clear. So your plan then is to just stop and hope that they don't barrel through you?
Box them in.
Okay.
We can try to drag Betty out, get her into one of our cars, and go.
Or we do the original plan.
I think it's just we do the original plan minus making the car crash into medium because
That's
that
literally the
Yeah.
original plan.
Yep.
Right. The original plan kills a touchstone, so you
I
can
mean,
do that.
it used to kill a touchstone, but we
I already
changed
have a
the future.
touchstone dead.
It's not fatal
Oh, no.
precognition from Oblivion.
That's true. It might not happen.
it might not. It might not. Yeah. No, we just
Owen is in a different car. Could tell Reggie to do this, and Kestrel just suffers the consequences.
true. It's
but-
hard to hear you through the radio.
I want to
Let's
be
just-
clear. If that is what you are doing, say so now.
Hold on, I want to check our Chronicle tenants really fast.
What Chronicle tenants?
Yeah, I think we just kind of socially agreed to not be evil monsters like the characters of the world. I would like to have, everyone work together. But you didn't have a vision. You might think, oh, we'll just feed the touchstone some of our blood like a ghoul and they'll survive.
Hey, there we go.
Boom.
That
Look at
doesn't
the ghoul
necessarily
like
mean that's
touchstone.
correct. That is merely a thought you could have. I'm not saying you won't get stains for this.
Listen, we're already going down the road to hell. Let's do it.
Look, my humanity's already at 4. I can't go much lower.
Listen, the lower you go, the less likely you are to go lower.
Uh,
It's true. According to
Don't
the
like
normal
this.
rules. So you're about to be off the highway. You've got a half
Get 'em.
mile left.
Race car,
Rouse
get him.
check.
Rouse.
My rouse
Uh,
fails, so my hunger goes up to 1.
And that rouse is for trying to
Shadows.
summon the arms.
Mm-hmm.
So
Toughness.
first what has to happen is that Reggie has to successfully catch up to the van. This won't be hard because a van doesn't have the same acceleration that the smaller cars do. But the van does start to pick up speed, and Reggie has to match him going pretty fast. You get a rouse check. You summon the arms inside the car. Okay.
My car
Uh,
or under the van?
Oh, where are you trying to summon it?
Either inside the van or under the van if I can't do it. Because the van itself casts a shadow.
Yes, you have to see it though. Seeing
Mm-hmm.
under the car is a lot harder. Maybe not a lot harder, but it's harder than inside the car.
Mhm.
Same
But it's
level. And
but it's easier than yeah.
so, which one are you doing it? Just to be clear,
Under the
it's your
van.
call. Either one, under the van. Okay. You're doing this under the van. What do you do next? Because no one can see them under the van. You know that they're there.
Can we also just prep like toughness I
like-
already rolled and turn my claws on? Is that cool as we're driving?
So sure, that absolutely you can have turned on toughness and popped your claws. Give me the rouse checks.
All right, I failed one and passed the other, so I'm at 2 hunger.
Follow-up question.
I-
After Tyler.
I had an idea for you for what to do with the hands under the van. What if you just start like ripping out pieces of the undercarriage, like break it so it can't run?
I don't know if the arms are strong enough for that. I know they're strong enough to rip the wheel, but I had another question, which was, can I use Touch of Oblivion through the arms? It doesn't say if I can or not. But I feel like because it's an Oblivion power and just channels the abyss.
If that's what you want to do, you can certainly try in this instance.
I would like to take out the driver with it, yes.
The driver is Fred, a kindred.
Oh, I mean, this should work on Kindred.
It is less effective, is all, right? Obviously, it's much more potent as most harmful things that vampires do are
Oh, it's straight up aggravated to him.
to a mortal.
To a Kindred.
To a kindred.
It just says victim.
Ah, very well.
It's nasty.
So you are trying to use your great.
And it can
There's
render a target mute, deaf, or blind.
Yep. You can totally do that. You need to like see the target, like see where you're doing all this. So that means your windows are down. Like I assume you're visible,
Yeah.
or they can see you because you can see them, kind of dealy. So I think we should have you do your roll for what's the necrotic.
First, I need to do a rouse check to activate that.
Yes.
Don't.
Hunger goes up to 2.
Okay.
The worthy cause. I hope.
Listen, I can get down to 0 again off the people inside.
No! Were we just
Okay.
talking about the Chronicle tonight being
The kindred
monsters?
inside.
Yeah.
Diablery. Delicious.
Well, you don't need to. You don't need to diablerize. You
Strength
can
plus
just
brawl.
stack.
If the
Did you
victim
drink
is
that potion?
no, but I
The Tremere
should.
said you should drink it
Yeah,
if
I'll
you're
drink
you
it.
know, you start punching. Great. You drink the potion. You get +1 stamina, +1 health. I'm sorry, +1 strength. So both of those, you get 1 extra health box and you get 1 more strength dot.
Cool.
Nice.
It tastes like powerful human blood. It definitely has something else to it, but it feels like it's got a baseline of human blood to it. Tremere specialty.
Blood magic.
So go ahead, strength plus brawl now, right?
Yes, but it's the arms. So should I use wits the arms roll, which is wits and oblivion?
No, use the roll that the power you're using says to use.
Okay.
'Cause you're doing the other one.
Yeah.
The arms are just your channel.
Don't forget to add thirst.
Yep, I know.
Or include your hunger dice.
That is 4 successes.
Ass.
Okay.
Add
I
that,
assume
add,
I have some
add
sort
that
of.
messy crit. Add that messy crit.
Oh
already.
yeah! I can. Oh wait, no, that'll kill everybody in the van probably.
Well, it won't kill the kindred. but-
I will not because I don't want to just straight up kill the somebody's precious touchstone.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I'll remember that next time.
If there was ever a time to add a messy crit, I feel like,
Imagine like the arm comes through, punches through the window, and starts latching onto the dude's face like out of Alien, just.
Are you targeting them to be mute, deaf, or blind?
Hopefully blind.
Okay.
blinding the driver, the metaphorical way of driving them into the median.
Listen, he can choose to stomp on the brakes.
God, I hope so.
Choose life.
Or he'll just straight up die.
So he doesn't die because he has a little bit. He has more than 4 health dots, right? 'Cause that would be stamina 1.
Mm-hmm.
But the van does slam on the brakes. They're, race car and Reggie are pretty good at stopping, as the van does too. But van was moving slower to begin with, and they step on their brakes first. So you are 25, 30 feet ahead each. Not a huge distance. Easy to cover it in a round and have time to attack or whatnot if you want to get out of your car and approach the van. But right now, the 3 cars are all just dead stopped on the road.
Get out. Start
Yeah,
pummeling.
hell yeah.
Start
Pull
punching.
Fred out of the van through the window
Okay.
with the arms.
So everybody pops out of the vehicles. Race car and Reggie. Reggie pops a few things from the bag onto himself and drinks a potion as well before he gets out of the car with Yoan. But as everyone steps out of the car, through the windshield of this through the windshield of this van, comes some handgun fire. And everyone who so celerity, yeah, if you don't have celerity, you can still make a dodge roll, but with -2 die penalty. And I'm gonna roll for, each one of you is gonna be shot at. So the first one here. All right, first attack at Kestrel.
Mm-hmm.
And you have celerity, so no
I
penalty
do
there.
have celerity, so that is good with me. So I'm doing a dexterity athletics, I'm assuming? Celerity?
Yes, Dex plus athletics. And you don't have fleetness, so you can't add that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just Dex and athletics.
All right. Ooh, DC failure.
So what you do is push Mad Dog in front of those bullets. And Mad Dog, you don't have time to dodge because you didn't think Kestrel was gonna do this to you. But Kestrel's beast said, "You don't get fucking hit right now. Holy shit, don't get shot." But Mad Dog, he's tough. He's the tough one. And Mad Dog, you take 4 points of aggravated damage.
I am going to hit whatchamacallit.
Defy Bane, you're gonna try and do that roll. Go ahead.
Yep.
Difficulty 3.
1, 2, 3. Oops,
Shit.
Sorry. Oh my god. 3.
Cool. Defy Bane. Now give me a rouse check.
Damn it.
You got a rouse check to turn it on. But
I succeeded on my rouse, so I'm still at 2.
So 3 points of that damage is downgraded to superficial, which you cannot heal this turn. This
4.
scene. Oh, you have 4. All 4, correct. It's downgraded, and you have those 4 points that you cannot heal this scene.
Yep.
Does it not get halved or anything?
No, that's a different.
Yeah, it just converts.
Okay.
Yeah,
it converts 1 point of ag to 1 point of superficial. And so that was the shot for Kestrel. Now Owen, let's see what Owen's dodge roll looks like.
I have a thing that takes the first bullet. And I can't dodge because of the arms.
Okay. They also had a terrible die roll, so it's neutralizes. But here's the thing. Your shirt is on fire.
That sucks.
So I need a quick frenzy check. Difficulty is only 2. But you probably want to put it out anyway. But if you don't pass the frenzy check, you must spend your action putting it out.
That's fair. That is a what is it?
Undamaged. Oh, everyone, yeah, you get your composure or resolve back in terms of willpower, by the way. So willpower scores go up. So undamaged willpower plus 1/3 rounded down of your humanity.
Okay.
So everybody, I
I'm
think, has
rolling
1 die for that.
7 dice.
There you go. Difficulty 2. You should be able to resist.
No,
frenzy.
No, Owen's at 6.
Dice. 6
Owen's
dice.
only gets 2.
I'm at
No, he went down
5. I
5.
lost one last
He went down.
session.
Because he fully drained someone in the bar fight.
I did half, and the Oblivion natural
Yep,
1.
the stain there.
All right, rolling 6 dice. That's it. Three! Oh no, yeah, that's way more than 3. That's 5.
Great.
Ah,
So you don't frenzy,
Great.
but you still have a little bit of fire on you, right? Like that's a problem for you. And then let's see if race car gets hit. because they're shooting at everybody up here. That person is going to spend a willpower.
Who wants to get some free cool guns?
That was all right. All right, now race car's dodge roll. Not enough. Wait, nope. Yes, race car has. Race car gets hit, and he takes a fair amount of damage. It's not a shot to the head, but he's freaking the fuck out as his leg is clearly on fire, and he's worried about that.
Mm.
What is everyone now? The van is just sitting there. Now, how's everyone approaching, and what's their next plan here?
In my head, I make a quip about shouldn't the Malkavian have seen that coming?
I think I want to run and then jump to get on top of the van.
Okay, you can, as a soaring leap, you can just jump on top of the van.
Cool. I think it'll be a good place to attack from and be relatively protected.
I've seen
Yeah.
the second Mummy movie. It's true.
Okay. So you're hopping on top of the van.
Yeah,
Kestrel?
and then I'm also going
Go
to turn back. I'm going to turn back on Defy Bane.
Another yes. Go ahead and activate that with a rouse check.
Does that need to get turned back on every turn?
It only depletes a certain amount of points of damage, and once you've
Okay.
converted that number, you have to reactivate to deplete more or to convert more.
I don't really make characters with fortitude, so
It's an
I'm getting-
amazing ability, but it does take a lot of blood sometimes.
I'm getting hungry. I'm up to 3 already.
Oof.
Well, what are Kestrel and Owen doing this round?
I'm going to hide behind one of the cars with my firearm drawn, and I'm going to take some shots at the people who are vampires in the van.
Okay. So just right, like you're in front of it, so you're shooting at the windshield.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see that people are shooting out of the windshield, so that's a
Yeah,
fair bet of
yeah.
where they are. Okay.
But I'm making
Uh,
sure that I take like some amount of cover behind a car so that I don't immediately get shot again.
Yeah, no, you can hide behind one of the car like back tire trunk
you
areas.
weren't shot.
I mean, I was shot at.
Also, storyteller. The next at some point you need to name it. I would like if you could name an NPC Bear, aka the dog, as someone has redeemed the channel reward. Name an NPC.
Very well. I will.
It's a good gangrel name.
I
Ooh,
think
or
I've got
Bruja.
someone. I've got someone who can be Bear the dog.
Yeah.
Done. Assuming we get through the scene and everyone doesn't die right now, then I'll just tell you in the epilogue.
Big assumption.
We take over as the van occupants.
So, Kestrel, you're taking your shot.
Mhm.
That will be composure plus firearms.
Yes.
Nice.
And let's see who you're gonna hit. Okay.
Mess him up.
One success.
Okay. Since they're all just standing there taking fire, they take the shot. So that is 1 plus the weapon type, so plus 2, 3 damage. Superficial, halved to 2. And that will be 2 points for the driver, who's in pretty bad shape. But Owen might have to take his mind. He might try and split his action, but you're on fire. Are you going to try and just let that fire go for another round?
I thought I put the fire. Oh, I ignored the fire.
You-
So I did.
The frenzy, yeah, you didn't frenzy. And so you can spend your entire action and let your clothes stay on fire.
I mean,
You will have to make another frenzy
I'm
check.
pretty sure I'll die if I don't put the fire out. Can I also, while I'm rolling on the ground to stop, drop, and roll behind the car?
It's a smaller amount of fire that you don't need to stop, drop, and roll for. You can easily take cover and put out the fire at the same
I would
time.
love to do that.
Just punch yourself. It'll go out.
You'd look cooler if you unnecessarily dropped on the ground and then rolled.
No,
rolled
I
it
would
out.
look
Yeah.
cooler if I held my hands out while on fire and then like strangled the two dudes who can't dodge this turn because they shot at me with shadow arms. Also, Touch of Oblivion only works for one turn, so that's
Another. Well, you still have the arms up, right?
Yeah,
so
the
you
arms
can
are still up,
do a
but
normal charms attack.
yeah, but the touch is like I can't just be like bloop bloop, arms are gone.
Yeah.
Which fair.
So I think that means we're on to the next round. The only person who seems like they might be in melee combat is Mad Dog.
Mm.
But you're on top of the roof of a van, right? So are
Mhm.
you trying to rip it apart? You've got the claws to,
I
but is that your plan?
I don't think I want to rip it up. I want to like pounce on whichever first one walks through or gets out of the car. It's
Okay.
just a metal, like a regular kind of metal.
Then
Van.
Yeah, from what you can tell, it looks like a church van that came from a church. It's not fancy. It's not special from the
Okay.
looks of it.
Yeah, ripping through. I mean, Mad Dog's seen enough werewolf movies to realize that trying to rip through the top of a car never works for the wolf. So I'm gonna wait and I guess ready my action to attack anyone who exits the vehicle.
Okay. Kestrel, are you taking another shot with your firearm?
Yes.
And Owen, what
uh,
is your plan for the round?
I would like to. How's Race Car doing?
Race Car spent his entire action putting the fire out,
Okay.
but he clearly has burn marks. Reggie has actually, because I didn't say what Reggie did and he didn't get shot. Reggie is around at where the door to the van would be, more or less. He's like angled, so he's not like directly in front of it, but he's clearly on that approach.
Let's see. So I feel like the driver's out of action pretty much. I'll have the arms go for one of the shooters.
Okay.
And if I can, try to grapple them so they, if I get super lucky, the rounds hit inside and maybe light the van on fire.
Wow, it's a good thing that ones don't count against them.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, this would have been a terrible roll, but they critted. And so everyone's plans are a little interrupted when the van hits the gas and starts driving.
The blinded man.
They pushed him out of the way, and someone else is there now.
Get out of there,
More than
Fred.
one person.
We gotta. Can I spend?
So,
Can I spend a willpower to change my action? Hello,
yes,
old world.
anyone who would like to spend a willpower to change their action this round may, but Mad Dog must make a Dex plus Athletics roll to make sure you don't fall off as they gun it as best they can.
This is why Cat Lake is like really good.
Are
Okay.
they coming at where I'm hiding, or are they coming at the other car?
Your car.
Okay, I'm getting out of the way then.
Yes.
I will spend that willpower point and change my action to be like, oh, fuck.
Okay, I spent the willpower, and I would like to rouse for Touch of Oblivion again. It's a good move, and we're gonna keep doing it.
2 successes.
2 successes there, and you're going to do... Okay, so Mad Dog, you're a little bit thrown, but like you get down low. You get down real low, and so your center of gravity is good, and you're like able to then stand back up or get a grip however you like. But you're on top of this thing as it's not getting to 60, the van, but it's getting to 25, 30 quickly enough to push the stationary car that for this round, Owen can totally still see inside of.
I got so.
Can I also?
Sorry,
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, can I also spend a willpower to change what I want to do to try to reach into? I'm gonna try to bash in the front of the windscreen and grab the steering wheel and rip it off.
I mean,
Yes,
is there
you can
enough of a
spend-
windshield left at this point? Do you even have to bash it through?
Oh wait, yeah, we've been shooting through the windshield.
They
Yeah, there's
have
been
been
one
shooting.
round of shooting. windshields are actually pretty durable stuff. It will be easier for you to break through it because there are bullet holes. Otherwise, it would be a feat of might. Most
Sure.
human beings cannot punch through a windshield. That's just not an option.
And
So
because
spend the willpower.
the stakes aren't high enough, I will spend the willpower. I'm also gonna rouse my strength to make sure I'm more likely to do it. Okay. All right. I roused successfully. So, and I'm gonna, if I rouse that successfully, I'm gonna also rouse my potence to turn on prowess.
Okay, give me the rouse check for the hunger, and then you'll add 2 to your strength.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. All right. So 2 plus my strength is 4. Oh wait. Well, should I go? Should I roll? Or?
Yeah, give me the roll.
Right.
And also, who are you attacking, Owen? Trying to check the driver again?
The driver, yes. The current driver. Also,
Okay.
I actually passed my rouse check. First one this session, unlike last session.
Last session you healed all of the car damage with 0 hunger cost.
But it was like the entire first half of the session, and hunger just stayed flat, and then shot right through the roof.
Yeah,
the
I feel like I'm about to get that right now. Sorry, trying to.
Listen, there's plenty of blood inside. We can all smell it.
At thirst. 5 successes plus 2 more from my prowess makes it 7 successes.
Isn't prowess only added damage?
No, it also adds to feats of strength.
Oh, right.
And so, with 7 successes, you easily manage to bash through the windshield. You grab the steering wheel and pull. Does someone grab your hand? They don't have great odds. They weren't expecting this, but they get a chance that they do not hit.
Yes.
Womp womp.
He's a gangrel. He'll survive the crash.
The steering wheel comes off.
Oh god.
Oh my god, are we the fucking war boys in Fury Road right now? Mad Dog's like, witness me!
If you fucking kill my touchstone, I will put more bullets in your body.
They'll just bounce off.
The steering wheel comes off. Simultaneously, you see Oblivion hands touch the driver. Give me the roll, please.
Oh no, leave some for me.
3
Don't kill all of
successes.
them.
3?
Yep. Oh, well, yeah.
Okay. So you
Hold on. Do I want to make this a messy crit?
Yeah, tell me that, because otherwise I'm going to tell you what happens.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just fucking take a guy out right now. 2 more messy crit. So 5 successes. And it hasn't been going fast enough for long enough, I'd say, to flip over and kill everyone inside. So I'm okay with taking this risk.
You've changed fate
And
enough.
we are outside. We can try to save our Kestrel's
As long as
touchstone.
the car doesn't light on fire, we're okay.
Yeah, why would it light on fire with their fire guns?
I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
So here's the result of the messy critical, which I'm actually saying adds 4 successes, because a crit adds 4.
Okay, so for the people watching, we're using the Lasombra Coterie ability at any cost, which adds 2 successes to any 1 test per session at the cost of making it a messy critical.
And so it's going to be messy.
Very messy.
The problem, as it were, is you were trying to destroy this kindred. Mad Dog, you've never seen this before. Owen has never seen this before, but he doesn't have an up-close view.
Oh, good.
The shadows reach for the top of this kindred driving and slowly go down the whole body, and they disappear. They dissolve, and you have no idea where they went. You don't know if they're actually dead. They didn't seem to be in pain when it started. It didn't look like they were hurt. But they're just, and as it was going down, it was temporarily replaced with a black oblivion that once it reached the bottom of the car where their feet were, entirely ceased to exist, and you saw the back of the seat, which another person quickly jumps into and slams on the brakes.
First of all, I would like to say we did it. We put Vor in the game. Good job, everyone.
But
Also, if I was in that van, I'd be like, all right, everybody that's gotten into that driver's seat has died, pretty much. I am not getting in that fucking seat. Also, there's no steering wheel. What's he gonna do?
well, slam the brakes, and then, since they weren't going that fast, shoot at the gangrel that's directly in front of him.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, I get to dodge with all my dice though because we're in short range, right?
Yes.
Did somebody order a bullet sponge?
Oh, are we playing Fallout 3?
3 successes.
Oh, you are really quick coming up, but they ping your hand. The bullet goes through, but there is some fire as 1 point of aggravated damage gets downgraded. You have 3 more points that you can downgrade right now.
And I'm at 5 damage that I can't heal yet.
Yes. They are short distance ahead of you, Kestrel and Owen. Reggie, though, has actually caught up. So what Reggie did, he took off from the ground and flew after the car. He didn't run, he flew. And
That's what they do.
while Mad Dog was reaching for the steering wheel, he flew up to the tire and just popped it with a handgun. And like clearly the tire went out. This car ain't moving normally. You are also, by the way, hearing a lot of screams of the mortals inside this van. There
And
is
probably the people on the turnpike too, or on the highway too.
amazingly 0 cars.
I was gonna say, I assume New York traffic is a lot like the New York subway, where it's like, oh, okay.
So this is too small. If any cars came down here, there would be real problems for them to get through you, and there was traffic. It would be a snag and a slow snarl. You have, strangely, you weren't focused on it. You haven't seen any other cars on the Jackie since you got on to follow them, even going the other direction.
Fate is on our side. Did somebody repent? Don't do that.
Maybe one of them
So this car is dead stopped. Reggie is up there. Race car is back with Owen and Kestrel. Mad Dog and Reggie are up by the van. One of the people in the van, Kindred, totally gone. And for the reasons that it fits, I'm going to say it was Esau, the Lasombra, just
Oh no.
poofed out to oblivion when getting oblivion powered. That's critical.
did. Never act against the Lasombra.
No, isn't that a conviction of yours?
Yes, it is.
So I'm afraid you have to gain a stain.
Hey, he's siding against the Lasombra, though.
He is a Lasombra,
Mm-hmm.
and you acted against a Lasombra.
All right.
Even though he's a wrong Lasombra.
It does say the and not a, referring to the group, but I will take the same.
Oh. Okay, no. If that's the way you read it, then that is the way you read it, and I will only impose it if you go against what they say. We'll see if that happens.
Listen, I am judge, jury, and executioner of Amici Noctis.
So,
You vaporized the guy.
one kindred down for sure. One kindred you're sure is pretty hurt. That leaves at least one.
I'm not the tough guy.
Mad Dog, you're in melee-ish range.
Which one of these jerk-offs shot at me? Was this Betty?
It was Betty.
Betty fights dirty by using fire rounds. So, I'm hungry, slightly perturbed, and concerned that you have fire rounds. So I am going to skitter around the top of the car, almost like in a like the Ring or something, and pounce on her, and then claw her.
So she is inside the van. At no point have any of them left the van.
Oh, I thought she was in the. I thought she had gotten in the
Driver's
driver's seat.
Driver, that's inside of the van.
Oh yeah. I want to jump inside, crawl
You're
inside
going
the
into the van. Okay,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
gotcha. I thought you were going on top, and I was like, she's not on top to fight.
No.
Yeah, you're crawling in to fight, so that will be the first resolution. But let's get the plan from Kestrel and Owen as well. You could try and catch up to melee, get into melee range. There's no one immediately you can see that you can shoot. Owen, your arms drop. Because you don't have a line of sight to the point of origin for those shadows anymore.
That's fair.
I want to run over to the van with my gun drawn, in position to shoot, but run over to the van and see if I can get eyes on the mortals, especially my touchstone.
Okay. Great. You will run up to the back of the van and peek inside and see what you can see. Owen.
So, I'm going to preemptively turn on prowess because I don't know how to use a gun. Hey, I live in New York. And I will follow behind Kestrel and get the other side of the van door like we're some sort of SWAT team.
Bust it open.
Let me roll my rouse check.
Yeah, you can do your rouse check. We're going to resolve with Mad Dog first, though.
Yep.
Because Mad Dog is doing some melee. He's getting in there, and he's going to start meleeing with Betty.
With Eddie? Oh, Betty, yeah.
Betty.
Betty.
Whose hair is in a high top, tight bun, but seems like a little bit frazzled. There's some blood splatter.
Oh, she's a little
Doesn't
frazzled.
look
She's a little
composed
frazzled.
normally. A little bit. So we're gonna have a contest roll, see who gets the better of who. We're gonna have Mad Dog roll their strength plus brawl, and I should go pull up Betty's sheet.
I'm going to rouse my strength, and knowing somehow, because I've seen Ventru fight a lot after following the prince for so long, the unnerving thing to do to them, because they expect my claws, is I'm going to bite her. Because I'm just going to go over the claws, and I'm going to bite her.
Okay, strength plus brawl attack. You do have a -2 penalty because bite attacks are harder. And that will be against her composure firearms.
I did rouse my blood successfully, so that'll take away back those 2 2s. So let me do another thing. I have.
Give her the D, Mad Dog. Give her the D. The big D.
Give her the effer hard, fanger.
Effort
Wait,
hard.
why is this the fanger gesture?
Is it more like this?
I forgot to add thirst.
I wonder if that was if I just violated terms of service.
Vampirism is homoerotic? Whoever would have thought of that?
Oh boy. Okay.
This is completely hetero. What are you talking about?
So I've got a messy critical.
Yeah!
+2, and I got another success. So that was 5.
Okay.
And then +2 for my prowess is 7.
So prowess adds to damage. Doesn't add successes.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Sure.
So you got 5 successes, which is more than their 4 successes. but it's only one. And so Fang attack will do 2 damage, 2 aggravated damage, as Fang attacks always do, 1 point per Fang.
Yeah, I think they said nothing stacks with it, and everyone got mad.
I'm fine with that because next round will be better if that round is successful.
This is why the Setites have all the teeth when they do it.
Yeah.
The resistance from Betty decreases a little bit, but you don't think she's just going to go out, no problem. Let me get a wits plus awareness check from Owen and Kestrel, please.
Wit
see
and
when you get
awareness. Yes, please.
Wits
You'll
and
ban-
awareness. Two for me.
Also, too.
Okay. You both see that there are 5 scared, blood-covered mortals screaming their bloody heads off. And as you approach, they don't know whether you're there to help or to hurt. And so when you go to the back windows, they sort of recoil in fear because everything is frightening as fuck to them right now.
Do I see my touchstone?
You do. She looks terrified.
Does she recoil from me?
She is actually looking forwards, so she doesn't see you.
Okay. I'm gonna mouth at Owen, on the count of 3, and go to hold the van door. I'm assuming it has back doors on it.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
no,
You can
we
open the
can't-
back doors.
We can't let them leave.
We get them out of the way.
Listen, we can't let them leave now.
We just get them out of the way.
This quick conversation is happening between Kestrel and Owen. However, the other thing you both see is Betty getting fangs sunk into her as she's shooting her gun, but the bullets are just missing Mad Dog, and Mad Dog's teeth sink in. And then you see someone grab a double-barreled shotgun from the seat, point it to Mad Dog's back, and pull the trigger.
Who the fuck did that? Well, oh shit, was it your touchstone?
Nope. That was, looks like a ghoul, who did fairly well on their die roll. I don't think you can dodge because you're fanging someone right now. If you get an opportunity to try and dodge, but it might dislodge your fangs.
Wait, well, I have a suggestion. Can I make a cool rule of cool suggestion? What if instead
Move
of
her in the way?
Yeah, grapple check to move her into the
Move her in the way. I have a specialty in grappling.
But you are not grappling at the moment.
But
My
isn't
mouth
technically
is grappling
if you're...
her body.
Yeah, I was saying, isn't technically if you're biting somebody, you are grappling them?
I did say rule of cool.
You can certainly try.
He did say that.
And yes, I will allow you to try. She is going to have a resistance roll against you, though.
Got
And
it.
her pool looks like it's reasonable. So we'll see what happens with the dice.
All right, so I roll my strength plus
These are not weighted dice.
brawl plus grappling.
Yep, strength plus brawl plus grappling.
So I roused earlier this round while I
Nope,
before
One
I got
action.
shot.
One action.
Got it.
Rouse checks benefit, or blood surges, I should say, benefit one
Five.
action.
8. All right, let me roll it out here. All right, at thirst. 4 successes plus my prowess makes it 6.
It's not a feat of strength.
No, it's a contested roll. But 4 is successful. And the shotgun puller doesn't pull. There's a look on his face that says they care deeply about Betty. But it looks like a mortal face.
Oh,
If you had the time to think about it, you would assume a ghoul.
sure.
But that's the end of that round, as the shotgunner then is moving around and trying to juxtapose, and so you're gonna have to decide what you do this round, Mad Dog.
Okay.
Listen, I've got lethal body. I'm a man and a half, berserker with a fistful of dynamite and a head full of mad.
I can do another 2 damage to Betty, right? If I succeed in my thing, right?
No, the next roll could do more damage.
Oh.
Because our fangs are already in.
Oh.
They will be able to resist, though. They are going to try and dislodge you, the same as you're going to try and attack, but you don't have the -2 penalty.
Yep.
Furthermore, Betty didn't seem that damaged. You assume she has the same downgrade ability you do.
Mm-hmm. I wanna keep my fangs in her, but I actually want to do this because I'm kind of like holding her out in front of me. I want to like hold her with one hand and just start scratching her as I have my mouth into her with my claws.
Okay. What is the plan for Owen and Mad Dog at the back of the van now?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of the shotgun guy.
So he's in the front, so you'll have to go around from the back, but you can easily get up to that in a turn. Sure.
See, I was gonna shoot the shotgun guy.
There are a lot of mortals in the way.
Yeah.
You can try, but you have no idea what this group of frightened mortals will do if you point a gun in their general direction.
They'll probably get really compliant.
People act weird when they're afraid.
Listen,
Maybe.
all I know is if a man shows up with a gun, he's suddenly the law.
Actually, I have an idea. Actually, that speaking of being the law with the gun, I have an idea of fire the gun off in the air and scream, get down on the floor," to get them all to like lay down
Do you
so they
have
don't
daunt?
get hurt as much. I do have daunt. Yeah, I can turn on daunt and do that.
Absolutely. You don't need to make any rolls for this. Daunt plus that action is sufficient to get the mortals to go down.
Hold out
this
your
round.
cell phone like a badge. They're too scared to think clearly.
So that will be an easy action that automatically gets them down. Next round, you'll have a clear line of sight towards Betty and the ghoul. But for this round, we're going to have melee resolve first. People already in combat with Mad Dog and Betty. Mad Dog, give me your strength plus brawl attack roll.
I'm gonna rouse my strength again.
That's similar to what I'm gonna do.
Nice. All right, I got it. So I've got 10 dice this time with 3 hunger.
Holy shit!
Yep.
I'm really glad I decided to raise prowess last turn.
There's. Oh wow! Only 3 successes.
That's 4 successes.
Okay.
It is actually 4 successes.
You can spend a point of willpower to reroll 3 of those non-hunger dice.
I do have a bunch to do with that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. Yeah.
Because if she's soaking this like a sponge.
Yeah, she's gonna be soaking stuff. So, 4. One more, 5.
5. Okay, great. So, let me just do, so it's 5. Betty tries to move around a little bit, doesn't get a lot of traction though. And so it's reduced to 3 that you succeed on. Your claws are +2, unhalved. So that's 5 points of superficial damage unhalved, right?
How do you? I think it's your strength plus.
No, it's successes.
In V5, I think the formula is
Successes plus weapon damage.
Yeah.
Successes plus
Weapon damage.
weapon damage. Okay. All right. So
but potence prowess. So you do
prowess.
get add +2 as well. So it's not 5, it's 7 unhalved superficial, which they reduce to 3 unhalved superficial. And anyone who makes a successful brawl attack against the user suffers the damage which toughness subtracts.
Oh shit!
Mad Dog takes 4 points of superficial health damage.
I have toughness on, so I reduce it down to 1.
Yes, you do. You take 1, they take 3 points of unhalved superficial.
All right, Kestrel, I have
wait.
a plan for after we
I
take care of
wonder-
this ghoul.
Since
I
you
was
were
actually had a
dealing
question.
unhalved superficial, do they deal unhalved superficial? No. But that's their turn. Or their shatter response. Owen is running around to the front of the car and trying to punch the ghoul, right?
Yes, with lethal body.
So, the door to the van is still closed. So the first thing you're going to have to do is get through into the car.
Mm-hmm.
Takes, I'm going to say that's minor action.
Prowess is active if that does help.
It's still a minor action just because you have to
Okay.
like do a different
Yeah.
thing. It's not as easy as just running and decking them. So it's going to be a minor action, and we're going to see whether your punch goes off or their shotgun shot goes off because they're still trying to shoot Mad Dog.
All right, I'm gonna rouse the blood on strength.
That gets rid of the -2.
All right, and I'm up to hunger 3.
Nice.
All
Are
right.
y'all going to be like fighting over the remains of Betty?
Maybe.
So, how many successes on your strength?
4
plus brawl?
successes.
4 successes. You and then it's +2 from prowess
For
so
damage.
6 damage, and it's aggravated damage
Because ghouls count as mortals.
they sure do. And this ghoul does not have toughness because their Domitor has shatter, not Draught of Elegance. Only 1 power per level. The ghoul, like an unfortunate henchman, gets a fist through their stomach.
Oh.
As they look down and they see a fist through their body where a fist shouldn't be coming out of, they fall back onto Owen and squeeze the trigger.
Ah!
Now, Mad Dog, it's not going to hurt that bad. They got 2 successes, +4 from a normal shotgun, 6 points of superficial. Toughness reduces to 2. It's
Wait,
then
it's a
halved
regular
to 1.
shotgun blast?
Mm-hmm.
They only have so many Dragon Breath rounds. The ghoul doesn't get the good stuff. It's a ghoul.
Obviously.
So, it's not that bad. They weren't expecting this. And the ghoul is dead. Kestrel.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Where is Reggie and Racecar? What are they doing right now?
So, Reggie and Racecar are at the front of the vehicle, making sure, and well, so one's at the front and one's at the back. They're sort of acting as human blockers, mortal kindred blockers. Because, maybe the car is going to try and drive away again. Just because it doesn't have a steering wheel doesn't mean you can't hit the gas.
True.
So, Betty manages to whimper out a phrase.
Don't look at her eyes.
She just whispers, "I just want to live. I'll go away. Just don't destroy me."
Oh, we can stake her.
This is like the worst thing to say to Mad Dog. He
We
just
could
lost.
stake her.
We can stake her, put her in a barrel, and throw her in the river.
No.
Take
now
her back to the chantry.
bite her and rip her up now. Bite her and rip her up. She's not strong enough to be in the game. She's got to get out. Nobody gets to run away. And begging for it? Oh my god. disgusting.
I think we have reached a conclusion of actual dice roll needed for this combat. We have a defeated Betty, who is meekly pleading for her unlife and being denied, it sounds like, as Mad Dog destroys the undead creature. Kestrel, everyone is listening to you in the mortals in the van, including your touchstone, who now does recognize you, but has done what you said and got down on the ground after you shot the air. Race
How
car
long has it been since we began engaging the van?
30 seconds.
Okay,
Like,
we have
the
enough time
fight was
to.
fast.
We can get them in
Yeah,
a
you're gonna
line
have
and
You're
make
going
them
to have
forget.
to forget everybody. And who knows if they've already had someone use forget on them tonight. They might not be unsuspecting.
Don't they inherently forget?
The way that if you have already been dominated, then it's not an unsuspecting mortal. That's like seen or night within a time frame. The body remembers.
Okay.
It's supernatural resistance. So you get all the mortals out, and they are all.
We get all the cool fire guns out.
Yes.
We're gonna fucking need those.
We're gonna actually tear this van apart and take everything from it. If they have anything hidden in this place, we're taking it. I don't care if it's just the first aid kit or whatever. It's
Oh, that's how you get a tracking bug in your hideout. No, we're not taking everything.
we can't throw it in the river.
You don't find anything that looks connected to anybody that is not a church member. It's a church in Queens. Race car says, I think Fred sometimes hunted there.
What about cell phones?
You do get a cell phone off of Betty.
Owen.
Turn it off and take it.
Give it to somebody with more technological experience here.
Good idea.
The suggestion from Race Car and Reggie are, we need to get off this highway as fast as we possibly can. We don't have time to rip through this van. Your immediate searching found you some church stuff. Race Car says this looks like it's something Fred had contact with. We should just go.
Should we burn this car?
Nope. Leave it as a empty car on the side of the road.
What about cool guns?
Yeah, grab them and go.
Take the guns, yeah.
But
If we're
Race
fighting
Car and
Renshu.
Reggie are going back to the cars. Saying get in. So everyone can give one investigation plus wits roll. Tell me what you are looking for, and we'll see how much of that if you find it.
Okay.
After you've done the requisite brain wipe on everyone, are you leaving the mortals here?
I would like to take my touchstone with me and drop her off at home. I'm going to ask Race Car if he's okay with that.
Do Mad Dog or Owen recognize any of the mortals?
No. You stopped them before. I mean, no.
I was just going to look for any kind of identification or clues on the ghoul's body, because they're more likely to have things that like might connect them to where they're hiding stuff.
Totally reasonable. Nope. Not even so much as a wallet with money on him. He is nothing on his person.
Before I make my roll, Fred's body and Betty's body, did they turn to dust? Did they...
So Fred's body looks like he's in torpor. You did aggravated damage enough to fill up the tracker, so he fell into torpor. But Betty if Mad Dog keeps going and like tries to decapitate her, her body won't turn to dust, but will definitely be an old skeleton.
The Tremere wasn't like vague about this at all, right? We were supposed to destroy Betty, right?
Betty, yes, Betty was supposed to get final death 100%.
Eat
Yep.
right through the neck, then. Chomp right through.
Okay. Betty is skeletal. The touchstone comes with you. You don't have room enough for all the mortals. So you're going to have to decide, what do you do with, like, some of the mortals you just brain wipe and drive away? You can do that.
Yes. We're near the end
Yeah.
of the highway anyway.
Get into
Like
it.
leave them in the median or like off to the side somewhere so they don't get run
The
over.
shoulder.
And let them the shoulder. Yeah, leave them on the shoulder and let them walk to the gas station.
I would take, instead of searching, I would take Fred's body and put it in the trunk.
Okay. You put it in race cars. He's like, I'll take him. Put him in mine. You put him in race cars. That doesn't require a roll. Kestrel, what are you going to be looking for?
First, do we find anything? Is anything dropped from the skeleton of Betty?
Other than the cell phone?
Yeah,
I
other
mean,
than
the
cell
cell
phone.
phone is in her pocket. So I'm giving you the cell phone as something you found through her pockets.
We found like keys with it.
So you would have to search Betty's body as part of your investigation.
Oh, she's
Okay,
got to have
I
a
would be-
pocketbook, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be wits plus investigation to search
Yeah,
Betty's
I
body.
rolled and got a 3.
3 successes. Okay. So you find a postcard with a list of names and addresses on it, including your ghoul's, touchstone's name and address. You also see one of Mad Dog's. If he looks at this, we'll realize one of his touchstones was on the list. That was where they were going next, you assume, if they were going down the list.
Mm.
The other thing you see is a list of names that all just have lines through them. None of those names are familiar to you, though. Separate postcard, separate pocket. You do find a couple of rose pins that you think she might have been able to hand out to people that were signifiers of Archibald. He wears this rose lapel piece, very fancy brooch. It's not supposed to be Toreador rose, just fancy.
Yeah.
And they have a couple of those. So there are 2 of those with Betty's stuff as well.
Take those.
And 2 envelopes of cash, 10 grand each.
Sweet. I'll take that.
You saw her hand an envelope to someone at the first pickup spot. So you're assuming these were the next pickup payments.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's your search of Betty, and Mad Dog is searching what?
Betty was probably going to be it, but Fred, we picked up. There's a disintegrated body that doesn't have anything to check.
There's a body that went to the void. I'm sorry, the Oblivion.
Oblivion, yeah.
Maybe that's who knows.
Geez, I don't know. I guess I'll search the glove compartment.
So just to be clear, no one said the guns.
Okay. I'll grab the
Get
guns.
the cool
Yeah, I'll grab the
guns. All of them.
Guns.
You can run around the car and try and get all the guns that you see that might be dropped, because you looking at the bullet doesn't immediately tell you. You don't have that good of an eyesight what kind of a bullet it is. So you grab up all the guns you can, wits plus investigation to see how many you're gonna find in this vehicle. Maybe they got tossed around. You only find 1. Maybe you find 2 or 3.
2.
2. You find Betty's, and you think this is Fred's. You'll have to do some sort of checking, investigating later, but you grab 2 pistols.
Got it.
And vans. Driving away. Unless someone wants to do something else, Racecar and Reggie are eager to hit the gas.
Let's get the
No,
fuck-
yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yep, let's go.
You book it out of there. As you exit the Jackie Robinson and get onto normal roads, you see the oncoming traffic blocked off by 2 police SUVs. A block away from the exit, there are another 2 police SUVs. Racecar and Reggie, they time it just right. They hit green lights and they just take off.
Did we do that?
But you... Racecar says they might have had an escort later. It's a good thing we attacked when we did.
Mm.
Here's a
Little
quick
risk,
question
though.
for the group. Should we go to the next stop? There were 2 more envelopes, right?
Yep, there were 2
Absolutely
more
not,
envelopes.
says Racecar and Reggie. But you do you.
I'll give you the postcard if you want to investigate the names on it.
I mean, I got a lot to investigate right now.
I can investigate the names on it then.
You are the social butterfly.
I can give the names to my ghoul Bob and have him do some skip tracing on them and figure out who they are and what they do.
I'll give you a copy of it. I'll like write all the names down and give you a list, and I'll keep the original.
I'll text the picture with my terrible flip phone to Bob.
Okay. Racecar drops off your touchstone at their house where you'd like them to be dropped off. Reggie actually, when you're dropping her off, gets out of the car with his backpack that Owen saw. And he's like, so I got a couple of goodies here. The Regent said these should only be used if we had to. You'll be backing me up if I say we had to use all of them, right?
Absolutely.
We did have to use all of them. I hand him back the flask he wanted back.
No, that flask is completely destroyed and can never be used again.
All right.
One shot. And that's it. So what he actually does is he says, great. If Jacob asks, we used everything. And I mean everything. So here's something for you, Mad Dog. He tosses you a potion. Here's something for you, Kestrel. And he tosses you a flask. And then he pulls out a blue vial. Kestrel, I know some of your clan can see the future, have visions kind of stuff. Is that something you're good at?
I do that occasionally, yeah.
Oh, you're a Malkavian now?
Here. And he hands you this blue vial. I'm not saying I have one too, but this is some good shit.
Nice.
If you need to think about something, nothing better.
Actually, I have a couple things I need to think about right about now, so I appreciate it. Thanks, man.
It only lasts a little while, but a little while can be long enough. As for you, Mad Dog, that there will make you tougher, make you stronger.
Can I get any tougher or stronger?
Are you
Always.
at Fortitude 5
Always.
yet?
The answer is always. There's never too strong.
The Regent has not yet found an upper limit on the ability that our sorcery can do.
Interesting.
It just takes time and effort.
Who wrote this part? The Tremere?
From your propaganda again.
The Regent need not know that I have... Never mind.
What are you talking about? We used all of them.
We did. Betty is dead. I should tell you, it's highly unlikely this won't get back to Archibald. You can say that you're neutral.
We have
You-
pins. We have pins that show that we support Archibald. Our good friend Betty gave them before her untimely death. These pins that show that we
Stop
support
talking.
Archibald.
Stop talking.
Good
you mean my
night.
trophies?
And good luck. Me and Reggie have to be getting back. We can drop you off where you like.
Question: do you know where the Giovanni are?
Oh, they hang out at South Brooklyn. He likes to hang out at the Vodka. That's the bar they got down there. It's by a pool hall that's open 24 hours.
Okay. If you could drop us off by our house, thank you so much for that information. I need to go
Yeah,
hunting.
Let's
chase
give them an address a little ways away from our haven, not at our haven, please.
I mean, we know where to find the Princess Marischal. We could drop you off in that part of Manhattan. That's fine.
That works.
Yeah, drop us by Washington Square Park. I'm a little peckish.
So they're gonna drop you off at Washington Square Park. A lot of people there. It's pretty populated, even though it's getting to be 2:30 at night, 3 a.m. And although Mad Dog, you start to look around and think about trying to sate your hunger, all three of you feel a pull.
Oh, god damn it!
You all want to go to a park on the East River.
How far away is that?
Half a mile, maybe a little more. Washington Square is west side. 25-minute walk. It's not that long.
I suddenly would like to take a walk. Are you all interested?
I'm very hungry, but I'll go with you for some reason.
Question: What? Where did Archibald live when we went to his?
Wall Street. Further south, not on the
Okay.
east. Yep, not being pulled there. You all get an image of like a soccer field, and that's where you're feeling drawn to.
I love playing soccer. I'm very athletic. Yes.
You don't even recognize the image in your head of where you think it can all be nice. I've never seen a place like that. I can't picture it. Even though you've probably seen this location, Manhattan isn't that big. You've gone up and down the FDR. You can see it from there. But for some reason, it looks fresh to your minds. And you're all just so drawn to this place. You can try and fight it if you want to.
I'm gonna try to fight it.
I would also like to try to fight it.
You're going to have to spend a point of willpower and then make a willpower roll.
Never mind then.
I would like to potentially use premonition to get a feel for why I'm being drawn here.
So, are you using that potion you were told about a moment ago, or are you going to save that for later?
I'm going to save that for later. I want to just use the straight up normal premonition.
Then go ahead, give me a rouse check to see what your hunger says.
Excuse me, cat.
And then the roll for your premonition.
Excuse me, cat. You're in the way again.
I can't use toughen the mind, or
Unswayable mind.
unswayable
No.
mind.
This is not a thing
Ooh.
that unstable mind.
I'm hungry. Hungry. Hook those.
Okay, well, let's see what that means in terms of, you still got to make the roll to see the premonition.
Yes.
how?
Remind me the premonition roll.
Wits plus Auspex plus 1 because of your blood potency bonus.
Yes. It's
Oh, how long until Mad Dog can start healing his
Nice.
superficial damage?
Oh, I should do that. It's
Scene is
the end of
start-
it's the end of the scene. I can then start healing the one that was mandatorily I couldn't do it. Yeah.
It's 7 successes.
Because we should be
7.
prepared
How
before.
many dice was that? That was 7
That
dice.
was
Okay. 1 for 1. That is a very solid premonition. The premonition you receive. The first thing that happens when you rouse your blood to focus on this feeling in this place, you hear a tune. Da, da, na, 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 na.
I can't wait
Green
for the
slaves.
Mesh critical part.
Fades out. And then you see two figures that are shrouded. You can't actually make out their faces at first. One's tall, one's shorter, and they're kicking a soccer ball back and forth. And
Kestrel
then
kind of is staring off into space as they see this. Just stopped in the middle of Washington Square Park, like staring.
you also see a wind. I don't know how you see wind. It's not that the wind is on the trees. It's not that the wind is blowing something. You see that there's wind on this soccer field. And then you feel like there's a parting. And there are two paths that will present themselves to you when you get to this soccer field. But your premonition can't go beyond a choice you don't understand, no matter how strong of an oracle you may be.
All right, so somebody's painting the colors of the wind. Getting some big Pocahontas vibes up in here. So Kestrel kind of stares off for a little bit, like jaw hanging open for a second, then snaps out of it, like, Greensleeves. Oh, the pair that we met previously are calling us there, and there's a choice to be made. It's not dangerous, I don't think. Maybe. Could be. But they haven't been directly dangerous in the past, so I believe perhaps it's not safe, but not unsafe to go.
In my mind, Mad Dog and Owen didn't stop walking.
So Kestrel just says this all to themselves.
Yeah, and they just look up. Oh wait, guys.
Yeah, no, you catch up, right? They're like halfway down out of the park when they're just like, oh, you're staring at the stars again. And you catch up, you share some of your information. You're probably 10 minutes away from the park now.
I feel like going. I think we should go. I'm going.
Well, if your premonition doesn't think that we're going to get hurt, I trust you.
You can always choose to get hurt or to hurt others.
I think we proved that tonight.
Oh yeah, we did. See that time when I bit Betty's head off?
Let's not talk about these things on the street. Although it's New York, so I don't think anyone will give a shit.
Yeah, people leave you alone. It's late. It's like 2:30, 2:45, 3 a.m. You get yourselves to the park. And it's one of these things where you got to actually climb up over the FDR. There's like a little bridge walkway that you go up and you cross the highway. And you're on the other side of the highway. And as you're on top of the highway, you can see Father John and Sonny Joe kicking a soccer ball right around the goalie posts where, one of them is playing defense, one is trying to kick it in. And they actually look up at one point and they notice you're on the bridge and they both kind of wave. And then they keep kicking the ball back and forth between each other.
I don't understand what's happening with them.
This is Kestrel.
Yes.
You couldn't have been more wrong.
What do you mean?
It's these two assholes again.
They aren't harmful directly.
Doesn't Mad Dog still have horns?
Yeah, every time I talk to these assholes, I feel like shit afterwards. And you had a dream. We don't have dreams. You had a dream.
Well, they did make the stars look more beautiful.
That doesn't help me.
Actually, you're right. I gotta talk to them about my horns. You're right. These fucking assholes better get my horns off. All right, I'm gonna storm off towards the soccer field.
Kestrel just
Wait,
kind of
no.
swans after them. It's the only
Stop,
way I can
don't
describe
go.
the way Kestrel's walking at this point. Just like,
No, wait, I need him alive.
Actually, I'm gonna run right up and time it so that as they're passing it in between them, I come in like perpendicular to the pass and just punt the fucking soccer ball into the East River and say, "Listen, fucko, you get these goddamn horns off my head, or I'm gonna knock your fucking head off."
So
Jesus Christ.
we are about to take a break, but
I think that's a good place to take a break.
I think we will take a break with the action that is going to conclude when we return is Mad Dog running up to kick the soccer ball and trying to boot it out to the East River and deny these two fine folks their game of soccer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. I think we could all use 5 minutes, 10 minutes, get some food, get some water, stretch our legs. They survived the fight with Betty, and now they get to talk about it, or not. But thank you all for watching. Thank you to my players. Thank you to Big Dad Industries for producing. And we will be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Join us then.
See you soon. back within 5-10 minutes, like we said.
A miracle.
That is our. If anyone in the chat recognizes, or any of the players recognize this symbol,
We can't see it.
this
Oh,
symbol,
yes. Yes, that's simple.
you know what it is?
It's mage related, yes?
I was say Order of Hermes related.
It is the symbol for time, the sphere of time.
Yes.
So maybe I'm on time. Maybe we're not.
Ah,
Time is tricky. But thank you all for returning. We are continuing with our story after the coterie took out Betty and a number of other kindred on the side of the road. Just slammed into their car, took the steering wheel, final death Betty, put someone in a trunk, sent someone to oblivion, you think.
they could be in Bolivia.
Far away from you in this fight. They then felt drawn to a park on the East River where Father John and Sonny Joe kicked a soccer ball around. Mad Dog was furious, thinking about the horns on his head that he thinks they gave him. He ran up in an attempt to kick their soccer ball into the East River and destroy their game of fun.
You dick.
I mean,
Give me it. Let's start this off with a dexterity plus athletics roll. See how good your soccer kick is.
Oh,
Maybe
wait,
you
yeah.
slip.
All right, let's.
Maybe you take your fangs out if you have a bestial failure. We'll see.
Ooh, let's hope not. Two successes.
Perfect. That's the difficulty. To get a simple kick going. And you give it a good kick, and it starts to fly up. And you see Sonny and you see Father Joe just both look at it and they're like, ah! And it stops midair, defying all laws of physics as far as any of you
I
learned.
don't think this is normal true faith.
I think
What
I
the
was
fuck are
screaming.
these guys?
I think I don't even notice that it stopped moving because I'm screaming at them about the horns on my fucking head, and if they don't get them off, I'm going to punch their fucking heads off. I say to Father John.
Okay, so Owen and Kestrel might be starstruck by the ball floating in midair. Now I need an intimidation, charisma or manipulation, your choice, plus intimidation roll.
Physical? I have physical Am I physically intimidating them?
Yeah, you're saying you're going to attack them, so I think that counts as a physical intimidation. Yep,
Are you doing the classic intimidating pose? You know, arms back, face forward. You know.
3 successes.
You take an intimidating posture, one that you've used many times in your bail bondsmanship, tracking people down and making them stand down to you. Father John takes a small step back and reaches into his vest. He's holding something. He goes, "You do not want to attack me. You are not here for that. Stay calm. Look." And he points up. You look.
What? Look.
The soccer ball is still in midair.
Fuck.
And he says,
Jump up and grab the soccer ball.
Soaring leap to grab a soccer ball.
soaring leap, potence 2, 18. Yeah, okay. You jump up and grab the soccer ball and come back down.
And slam it on the ground and just start stomping on the soccer ball.
Cool. You destroy this soccer ball as it gets on the ground. You take a point of superficial willpower damage.
I have no idea what these guys are at this point.
Nor should you.
Yeah.
You take this point of superficial damage to your willpower, as Father John says with a loud, commanding voice, the first time you have heard him be loud, stop and listen.
Don't say repent.
You have heard my message. You have heard Sonny's message. There's one more. And all three of you hear a telepathic voice. Sonny, Joe, and Father John are not moving their mouths or lips. And it doesn't seem or feel like it's coming from their direction. It seems like it's coming from the goalposts.
Okay.
And the voice says, repent, repent. Repent, it says a third time. Do you not hear it? And you hear church bells, this time not telepathically. And there's no church right on the East River. There's the FDR. You don't know where these church bell sounds are coming from.
I've heard about finding religion in sport before, but this is ridiculous.
Do you
Is this
not
that Fellowship
feel,
of Christian Athletes thing?
do you not feel it? And a breeze you feel on your skin, every one of you.
Our dead skin.
I mean, we still
Do
feel
you not-
stuff.
Do you not smell? Do you not smell it?
I think that's the river.
You have the strongest scent of an ashtray and corpses.
Look, I don't understand what I'm meant to be repenting for.
Can you not taste it? And you see the face of the last human vessel you drank blood from.
Do I recognize them? I'm betting I barely even looked at them.
There's a ping of recognition. You scramble your brain, like, why do I know this face, right? You think, what's the connection? Why am I being shown this? You put that together.
Kestrel just kind of looks at them, folds his arms over his chest, and it's like, we can't help our nature any more than you can help your nature. It's what we are. We can't help that we need blood to survive. How presumptuous of you to think that we need to repent for our nature.
Father John this time speaks. We didn't tell you to stop surviving. We told you to repent. You can feel bad about the necessary. It can still be necessary, but it can still be bad.
What about necessary evils we have to commit going forwards after we repent? If we are to repent.
Those, again, sound to be necessary. The necessary is necessary.
Is this,
but it's not
kind of...
not bad.
Are you trying to make us have conscience?
Can you not see it? And this time the voice comes from the goalposts, and you all get a vision of two men who look very similar to one another in a very primitive setting.
Oh, God damn
One
it.
of them is carrying a bushel of fruits and vegetables. The other one has a rock in his hand.
This is not
And then you cut back.
propaganda.
Do you not see the domino? And each of your mind, you see the rock image again, and you see the rock hitting a domino, and it falls not once, but twice, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kestrel, it stops at 10 for you, and an 11th domino falls for Owen and Mad Dog. Repent.
Kestrel just
You do
is
not.
there like is there like benches along the side of the soccer field or anything, or
Yeah, absolutely. Benches
like
people sit on for sure.
bleachers? Yeah. And Kestrel kind of goes over, like huffs, folds her arms again, and sits down on one of them, and just like stares at their own toes in the grass. Like looks mad at being told to repent, and like they're actually thinking about this and feeling like annoyed that they're feeling bad. How dare you make me have a conscience?
Say Owen, being a lapsed Catholic, would have something else to say, but I'll let you go if you're not done.
Yeah, isn't it about good deeds?
It's not just good deeds; it has to be the intent and meaning behind them. If you just do good deeds to say, "Look at the good deed I do," that doesn't count.
The
That's
world
right.
is complex.
I went to Sunday school. Says Owen.
Then you know the importance of confession. No one in the Catholic Church says confession means you don't sin. It means you confess and repent.
Yes, but my problem is I would have to confess for the sins that I know I'm about to commit, and I can't have anything get in the way of them.
You must all make sacrifices. And if you are not ready to repent, I worry about what will befall you.
I'm not ready to make a false contrition, sir.
Repent for what you have done. You might not live to see tomorrow night.
I killed somebody 2 days ago. A human, one of us humans.
Wasn't 2
I
days
killed.
ago, like not even 2 hours ago.
Well, I actually also killed someone about 2 hours ago.
No less.
Then
All
look
three.
around expectantly, like I confess. What's supposed to happen now?
You have taken a step.
Oh my god!
I can walk with you up this staircase and show you the door.
This is like that
But is that
time.
your only sin, Mad Dog? That one? No, I don't think it is. And you get a vision of a half dozen people that you bail bonded for, that when the police got them, the police treated them like not a human. And they didn't make it out of lockup. And you brought them in.
Well, I mean, I didn't kill him.
Were they guilty? Maybe. You don't know.
It's not my job to figure out whether or not they're guilty or not. It's my job to get them and bring them back in. That's what I do.
The executioner shoves the blame onto the king, but he still wields the weapon. He still shares in the guilt.
Listen, I have,
Repent.
arguments I would make, but I don't think Owen will make them. I'd be citing the movie Dogma.
What's the creepy kid doing?
He is sitting by one of the goalposts. And the Father John says, the moon will be down in 45 minutes. You have that. Repent.
Listen, I can give you a down payment on my sin. Does that work? I killed 2 people tonight.
This is not about purchasing your way out of it. It's about actually repenting.
Listen, it was meant to be a sign of good faith, Father John.
With your heart. You don't need to confess to me or to Sonny. You need to confess to yourself. And actually take that step. If you repent in your heart, it will be no.
So Kestrel's at this point gone from like staring at the feet to being like curled in, like, head in hands, staring at the ground, not saying anything at this point because they're very deep in thought about some shit that they've done in the past. Like not just some petty shit, some stuff like I once threw a glass of wine on somebody. It wasn't because I was angry, it was because I wanted to wear that outfit and they wore it to the party so I couldn't wear it and I was just pissed off about that. But also stuff like maybe I didn't have to kill my sire. Maybe that was kind of a jerk move. He was being a jerk, but maybe there's a different way to solve the issue than murdering him and devouring his soul. And Kestrel's actually having like a little bit of an epiphany now and just getting kind of annoyed, but also just like not annoyed at them, but annoyed at himself for some of the things he's done. Like maybe I don't need to be so rash about some of the things I do. Maybe I can be a little bit kinder.
Owen. Sonny Joe gets up from the goalpost and walks over to you and says with a voice that sounds like your former daughter's, "Come on, just repent. You know you should."
This kind of coercion seems beneath him, doesn't it? I say with a capital H.
It's an opportunity, but it's the last one you'll get.
Dude, this is the bullshit.
What
This
happened
is
to
the
the
bullshit.
infinite patience?
Have you heard of Noah? That is the same him.
If God is all powerful and God is all right, then how do we exist?
The vision of the two brothers comes into your brain again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Humans did the sin. Well, you made us. He made us. So if we were capable of that, he programmed that into us. He put that into us. So it's all his fault. Oh, I
Kestrel
gave.
at this point speaks up when Mad Dog is going off. It's not about that. It's about us being selfish and immature and rash. That's what it's about.
Oh, of course we are. We're fucking monsters. We
That
all
doesn't-
woke up one night, dead. Dead, killed by other people, and now we have a thing inside of us that says kill everything that moves. And
Look,
this
haven't you
fucko over here is telling me, isn't it so? Just feel bad about these things. God did this to us.
haven't you ever heard of Gehenna?
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yes, but it doesn't matter.
Some people believe in it. It makes them act in a better way.
Better way. What? No, they should be afraid of what's to come. And then when it comes,
Or
you do your
no,
you do your
all right.
deathbed confession. Soul is cleared, straight into heaven. That's what they taught us in Sunday school.
My mistake. I wasn't thinking of Gehenna. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of oh god, what's the name of the thing where like you can walk in daylight with the lore sheet?
Oh, Golconda. Golconda.
Golconda. Yes. Haven't you
Yeah.
ever heard of Golconda?
It's bullshit.
Yeah, I killed
It's
like 4
bullshit.
people saying they found Golconda.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we need to like think about this shit. And Rowan at this point gets up and kind of like kicks the ground and is like and stares at the two of them. And is like, okay, fine. I'm gonna go think about some shit.
Listen, when the rapture comes, we're gonna be left behind to inherit the earth.
We are not the meek.
Yeah. We're
the
monsters.
damned.
Oh, shut.
Can we go?
Have we kept you here?
You brought us here.
Oh, look at this. Look at. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You.
Father John and Sonny Joe both look sad as they hum. And
No one can look sad while they hum. It's impossible.
the telepathic voice from the goalie posts pops into your head, and a quick three burst. Repent, repent, repent.
For
But
what?
you choose to walk away. You choose to walk away. Your characters no longer feel drawn to this place.
For what?
Everything.
Whoever thought that? I'll walk away thinking about. I never thought this was right. I never thought this was right. I woke up in a fucking hole. I woke up. I fought for this country in 2 goddamn wars, and I woke up in a fucking hole. And I've been living every goddamn night since.
Do you have a Sect War veteran bumper sticker on the back of your car?
No, Owen scraped his off.
My other
He's
child
got the
died in
hat.
Sect War.
I killed your child in the Sect War.
Yeah, my sire is tougher than your sire. So, Mad Dog is walking away, thinking it's never been fair, it's not fair, and it sounds like Mad Dog is not repenting. Owen is walking away. I
Owen
assume.
is now arguing with the voice. For what?
Okay.
I've done what I've had to do. This has been forced on me. I have done what I had to survive. What sin did I commit to be cursed with this? Being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Succumbing to the machinations of someone far worse? You said things that are necessary aren't sins. Everything I've done has been necessary.
You hear the voice say, "You are clearly not ready." What is Kestrel thinking?
Kestrel's actually like, I should repent.
Are you walking away or are you saying?
I mean, it's getting close to dawn. I don't want to die in the sunlight.
34. You've got at least another hour.
Staying close to moon down.
I'm gonna.
The moon is gonna be down any minute, but
Kestrel's gonna kind of like flop defeated back onto the bleachers and like continue navel gazing.
Okay. As Mad Dog and Owen walk back towards your havens or to go find some food.
Food.
I absolutely did not plan for a split scenario, but this is wonderful. Because Kestrel is laying on the bleachers thinking about your mortal life and mortal existence, as well as your immortal life and immortal existence. And you feel the blush of life come over you. You haven't used this in a while. It's harder now when you are so inhuman, but it just appears and you feel the blood flowing, the warmth of your skin, saliva in your mouth again, and not just blood in your mouth. Your nose is breathing reflexively almost. Owen and Mad Dog, you feel stronger as you walk away. More monstrous. More fuck the world. You're going to go about your evenings. You're going to do some hunting. You're not going to need to roll for this because everything seems to be going your way. You find the vessel that you're just so ready to sink your fangs into, and they put up just enough of a fight or don't. They're just as guilty as you want them to be, Owen. You see someone doing some sin. Your hunger goes down to 1, Owen and Mad Dog. Kestrel, flat question. Are you repenting?
Yeah.
You stare up at the sky and you lose track of time. You thought at first it was just obsession with the stars, your Toreador nature and their beauty. But no matter what, time just kept passing and you felt no compulsion to move. The sun was coming up, it was becoming daybreak. You felt no compulsion to move, still amazed, still thinking about all you've done. It's been years and years and years and years of drinking human blood, playing these vampire games. You see the first rays of sun coming up over the horizon. You don't feel afraid. You don't feel nervous. You think, okay, this is it. Vampires shouldn't be. They're wrong. Then the sun rises, and it's the most beautiful thing you've seen in decades, and you are not on fire. And it doesn't hurt. And as the first rays of sunlight directly hit your eyes, you fall asleep. Owen and Mad Dog, when you drink your vessels, the beast is so pleased with you. You enter your nightly torpors in whichever haven you choose. Probably not Owen's, because you had that Nosferatu track you last time. So probably the joint coterie one. And in the day, your blood thickens. Here are the mechanics. Owen and Mad Dog are going to get 2 points of blood potency, go down 2 generations, and get 66 points of experience to spend necessarily on 6 things. Kestrel is going to get 77 points of experience, which may be spent on 3 or 7 different things. Kestrel will also be gaining some merits. Owen and Mad Dog will be gaining some flaws. However, the precise mechanics of those things are not necessarily known to you, so we don't have to get onto those on stream. And you don't need to purchase all of your powers right now, of course. But you feel overwhelmingly that the beast is pleased with you both for choosing it. Kestrel, you feel more human than you've ever felt in your life. Unlife. Your humanity doubles
Oh, damn.
to 8.
That's gonna go down real fast.
Oh,
Kestrel, you also wake up the following night, as you normally would. You're still a vampire. But you saw the sunrise. You slept out in the sun. You were waking up on this bench. Unharmed.
is my wallet missing?
Nope. Sonny Joe and Father John are sitting on the bench next to you.
Get up. Kind of look around like.
One other thing, Kestrel, your hunger is at 0, and you do not need to make a rouse check this evening.
Nice. I haven't slept that well in decades. I feel good. Feel less burdened.
Chicken soup for the soul. Don't be so quick to lose it again. I don't know that we will ever see you again, no matter what happens. I only wish your friends made better choices.
Well, we all choose our own paths in life and in death. Maybe eventually someone will get through to them.
Your kind are all going to turn to ash so soon. We are glad to see you awake, Kestrel. But as we always do, our feet lead us to different paths.
Kestrel gets up and kind of goes to like hug them.
They welcome your hug, and Blush of Life, which was not active when you woke up, turns on again.
Thank you, both of you, for making me think. I needed that.
We do what we can for those who are willing, but we can only lead the horse to water.
Be safe.
We always go where the tune takes us, and they whistle Greensleeves as they leave.
Well, I should go check on things. And Kestrel kind of starts walking back towards his haven.
Owen and Mad Dog, when you wake up this evening, you're both at Hunger 5. And you both look at each other. And just for a moment, you think, I could eat them.
Oh, I know I can eat them.
You think you can, but you can't.
Oh no.
So you clearly don't want to, because you know that they're so much easier to eat meals that won't put up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But for the splittest of seconds, you'd think the first source of food. And the first source of food is the person in front of you. But that's not the best source of food. The beast advises you to survive, and you might die if you. Neither of you can activate any powers. Keep that in right. You would just be like fisting like normal people beating each other up at this point.
Advantage, Mad Dog.
Yeah.
So
You don't get Oblivion
health or
powers?
something?
Yeah, you don't have Oblivion powers? Get ready, buddy.
Forget. It's free. Forget.
The first thing I assume we're gonna get is a couple of hunting.
Yeah. We are very hungry.
And we're also I'm also at blood potency 4 now.
Oh yeah, fuck.
So when you
one less
hunger,
hunger per human.
correct. You are going to have to get one hunger safely from a human, and that's it.
Or we just start hurting them but not killing them.
Yeah, you can get 2 with hurting them, and they will survive. At 3 that you actually get from them, they might die.
My
Okay.
pain severity is now 4. Uh-oh.
You also have 66 experiences. Like, you'll get to it. You'll
I
get to
only
it.
have 21 experience.
No, you gained 66
Oh,
as
I
well.
spent a lot of it.
Oh, okay. You already have it mapped out. Great. Cool. But again, it has to be exactly 6 things.
I just bought 2 things so far.
6.
Guess who's got Oblivion 5?
Yep. That's true. You also have to get 1 hunger per person now. So what is your game plan? Who's hunting where? Like, what are your hunting rolls going to be, and how much blood? Also, at Hunger 5, you're going to have to roll not to drain them, even if like just to try to stop yourself.
Hey, that's
The
just
beast
how it
might-
be sometimes.
Yep. What day of the year is it?
Did I mention you each gain 2 aggravated stains? Not Kestrel, of course.
You mean just stains?
No, I am coming up with aggravated stains because clearly this whole encounter is
Aggravated.
and these aggravated stains will happen to. They will stay there for an unknown amount of time, and they will always impact your rolls going forward.
We got 5
Until
nights
they are
left. We got
removed.
5 sessions left to live.
Great, there
Me
you go.
being euthanized.
They might go away when you lose humanity. You don't know. You have no idea, right? There's nothing mechanical here. I mean, I
Sure.
have mechanics. You don't have mechanics. But so, how are you hunting?
Hold on, I'm looking up my dice pool in cults.
Okay. And I think it's strength plus brawl because you're an alley
Strength
cat.
plus brawl, yeah.
Great.
Manipulation and intimidation.
Make sure you keep those hunger dice in the pool.
Yeah. All right, so that's 8.
My coercion specialty applies since I got it from this stupid thing.
Absolutely.
I assume whatever number I roll is not going to be enough successes.
No. This is a hunting roll, so it's a standard difficulty. Just 2. Like to get the bare minimum. You get better hunting if you get 4. That's great. 6. Okay,
Messy
great.
critical.
Oh, it's the messy critical time.
My second tonight. Thanks, DiceBot.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that Kestrel woke up early enough that she got to the Haven before y'all left. So everyone is.
I was actually heading back to my own haven.
You still woke up early enough to do that, and
Still
if you
light
want,
out.
if you want to be with them, you can. If not, you can be at your Haven. I just want to clarify where people are when this messy critical goes off.
Good God.
I'm going to be at my own haven.
Okay, you're in your own Haven. So, and you're hunting on your own. Owen, you're going to do your thing, right?
Yeah.
Mad Dog. This messy critical is a result of finding someone who definitely has that choleric resonance. They were a fighter and a brawler. They were a little bit older. Not terribly old, but 50s. Not a spry chicken anymore. And they put up a little bit of a fight. Like literally throwing punches, pushing back, and you had to use some of your vampire powers. Not enough that it cost blood or anything, but you showed your strength, and a look of recognition comes over his eyes. He's like, "No, you don't want to. You don't want to do it. You don't want to." But your fangs are in, and he tastes great. Give me a undamaged willpower roll to see if you can stop yourself from fully draining.
Undamaged willpower is, I think.
Did we
Do
get
I
our
roll-
willpower back from the
At
night
least one.
or the day?
No. Not
No.
this.
Oh.
Not this night. Not when your blood potency went up by 2. That was not restful sleep.
1 success?
1 success is insufficient to stop drinking. So you get down to hunger 3, and you can make 1 more hunger check. I'm sorry, 1 more willpower check to see if you finish them off. They are definitely going to be feeling this and in pain, but maybe you can peel away before they die.
2 successes?
No, your hunger was at 3. Your hunger goes down to 2.
Hey.
But You recognize the resonance all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a werewolf, but it's somehow related to them. Probably why he was a good fighter.
Mm. Mm.
Blood is delicious,
Yeah.
but it's actually going to bring you down to hunger 1.
Oh.
Because the extra potent blood from being a kinfolk. You hear someone from the street. You like dragged him into an alley. You hear someone from the street being like, "Hey, Joe, where are you?"
Jump up onto the fire escapes.
Okay.
If I'm in an alley, or if I can get on top of a building.
Yeah, you can jump onto a fire escape, climb on up, make a couple of ways up there.
Yeah, just like rub get the
away.
blood off my face and go like, oh man. Pull my phone out and go, start calling Owen.
So okay,
Why
we'll jump
would
over
you
to
call me?
we'll jump over to Owen in a moment. But the last thing is, you are up on a building and you're getting away, but you hear this person shouting, and they go down the alley, and you hear them being like, "No, no, 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 no," and then you dash away. I assume you're not staying to watch.
He might feel bad about that one. Mad Dog might feel a little bit bad about that one.
Repent.
I mean, you definitely get a stain for killing your
stain.
food. Is a stain. And Owen, you got how many successes on your 4? Okay, that's great. And it wasn't a messy critical.
No, it was
You already
regular,
used that.
yeah.
You already used that. You find somebody who you know. You did a little internet looking up and some hacking. You know that they skim credit cards. They are one of these people who put credit card skimmers. They put up 100 skimmers, 55 of them get taken down, the other 45 hit. Plenty of cash. So you find them, they're guilty. How much blood are you taking?
I'm gonna take the normal amount and see what happens.
So that's 2, but it goes down 1.
At the top, yeah.
So give me the hunger, give me a willpower roll to see if you can stop yourself.
Let me just check that off. And you said undamaged?
Yes, undamaged willpower.
And we don't use blood dice. So I can't re-roll the.
Yeah, no, you don't need to worry about hunger
2.
on this. Not enough. The hunger goes down to 3.
Uh-oh.
And you again make a roll to see if you can avoid killing them. The first roll was to avoid harming them. You can try one more time and try not to kill them. The difficulty is lower because you're at lower hunger.
2.
Nope, you needed 3. So again, just like Mad Dog, you go down. Well, no, you go down to hunger 2. Wasn't a kinfolk, just a normal run-of-the-mill piece of shit. But they were still someone who could have reformed their life. They had family and friends. They were nice to people sometimes. You get a stain. Kestrel, you get home, and your haven is no longer haunted.
What?
It is now blessed. And you almost feel wrong there.
Skin crawling, walking in the front door, immediately runs to check the closet.
The closet where the
statue is
gone. The statue is gone.
Oh my god.
And it's been replaced with a tiny flame.
Tiny flame?
There's a tiny flame on a statue with some unreadable text to you. You don't recognize this language or script even. But clearly looks like a plaque that has some sort of a inscription of what it is, but you can't read it.
first thought, the Giovanni are going to kill me for losing that statue. I was watching for them. They're already probably pissed off about the club that we shot up, but second off, am I getting triggered by this fire?
No.
I like
It's a small, like, it's not going to come at you. It's just sitting there.
a lighter type.
Yeah.
Can I like pick the statue up?
You certainly can. It weighs 2-3 pounds. You
Okay.
don't know what's giving the flame, the fuel. Doesn't look
Yeah.
like there's anything inside.
Yeah, I'm kind of like investigating it, like holding it up, looking under it, looking it from other angles.
Okay, so you can give me an investigation plus wits roll. I will have a quick moment though, as Mad Dog gets a phone call. We'll jump right back to the Haven, but Mad Dog gets a phone call from your bail bondsman. Cool. So, boss, we got a little bit of information on the person who paid blood.
Okay.
They are staying at a spot in Manhattan Beach. They run with a tough crew of some fuckers. I don't know them. They're not in any of our like known databases. The guy who came in, he goes by the name Bear the Dog. And I think we can track him down if you want to like have a conversation with him. But they also gave us this address of where to drop off Carmine. Do we have Carmine?
I'm working on it. Let's not talk about this over the phone. Let's only talk about Carmine face to face.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me know when we got him. Well, we'll talk.
Good.
And that's the phone call with Mad Dog. Kestrel, how did your investigation of this?
I spent willpower and got 3 successes.
Okay. What are you looking for? Just general information, or
Any like inscriptions, any odd features of it, any like maker's mark, and the source of the flame.
The source of the flame is undetectable. If you move it around, it almost seems like the flame is like not centered, stabilized. The flame is stabilized, so you can hold it upside down, and the flame still goes down.
Okay.
You look underneath it. There is no other script other than the front-facing script that you can't read. But there are 2 sets of markings on the bottom. On the front, there's 3 slashes, and on the other side, on the back, there are 7. Otherwise, it is untarnished and undinged.
Okay. I'm going to I feel like the safest place to put something that has a flame on it is in the bathroom. So I probably have a shelf in the bathroom that I don't use that like I could put something on top of. So I'm just gonna put it on the bathroom shelf so that if it falls over and it lights things on fire, it's more likely to be easy to put out.
What about like on top of the toilet tank, on top of a nice little like doily or something?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You you can put it on the back of the toilet or some high spot there. While you are moving it to your protected location, somehow a piece of fabric, something gets caught somewhere and it touches the flame. And you notice the flame does not burn it whatsoever.
Gotta deliberately do it this time. Like hold it to the curtain.
There is no reaction from the curtain.
Kestrel's trying to void his security deposit. Or their security deposit, sorry.
Gonna like slowly put like a pinky into the flame.
You feel warmth.
Okay, this is actually going in a more prominent place in like the living room now. It gets a little place of honor on one of the shelves in the living room.
Cool.
And then Kestrel goes about his business, dealing with his school, dealing with any messages that have come in about the shop and any work that he has to get done. You know, usual stuff.
There are a few messages about the business, and it seems like everything is really kind of dried up. There's
Mm,
not as many buyers at the moment. You don't know if they're going somewhere else or exactly why, but the average number of orders, you got like 20% of those this week.
that's not good. I'll do some calling around to like my art contacts. I believe I have contacts, right? If I don't, then I'll use some of my XP to buy some contacts.
Yeah, and even if you don't have contacts on there, there's some contact of the art world, and they largely don't answer their phones, goes to voicemail. The ones who do answer all immediately have this tone that they're trying to get off the phone, and they come up with an excuse and do so quickly.
All right, all right. I might have to pay somebody a visit in person then. It's I'm gonna send a text to Mad Dog and Owen and be like, "Hey, have some business to deal with. Let me know when you want to meet up."
Respond back. We gotta track down Carmine. We know where he's supposed to be at. I also have a lead on. Well, I have a lead on the person who wanted to pay for Carmine.
We should probably take
Alright.
care of Carmine before his boss decides to take care of us.
Yeah, I have some dealings that I have to deal with when it comes to the Giovanni right now. So
Probably
Have I
shouldn't-
ever?
Go ahead.
Has anybody ever heard of Bear the dog? Have any of us ever heard of Bear the dog? No.
Name means nothing to you.
Someone named Bear the dog. Sounds like a
I mean,
good
you've
fight.
got a lot of people with weird names.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Maybe he's a loop. I'm over. I can't, I don't know. What I'm supposed to not text.
Oh. I
Maybe he's really hairy, and with pointy fingers. I don't.
So that
Yeah.
text doesn't get sent, and actually just a picture of Michael J. Fox goes through. So funny y'all should mention the Giovanni, because Mad Dog gets another phone call.
Oh. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Unknown, not an unknown number. It's an unlisted number.
Mm.
And
Hello.
hey, Mad Dog, how you doing? Tony the Giovanni wanted to talk. You got a minute?
Is this Blockhead Tony?
No, Tony Blockhead. That's fucking Nosferatu guy.
Oh, there's so many you Tonys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're thinking about Antonius Blockhead.
Mm.
I'm just Tony.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Tony. All right.
So,
What do you want?
look, Mad Dog, I know you got a good business. You track people down. You can find people who don't want to be found sometimes. I got a job for you.
What do you want?
Yeah. It seems that one of our people tried to not come back to us after something went down, and we need details. So one of our people, they were doing this thing. They were at this place. Something went down. And now the only one who could tell us what happened ain't coming home.
Huh.
So I kind of want you to bring him in for me. Think you can do that?
Well, I mean, it depends. Depends on where they are. If they're in some kind of federal
No,
Holding
no,
pen. All right. Okay. All right.
no.
I'm not breaking
he
anybody
can't
out of jail.
order nothing. Look, the first place we think you should go. Look, let me. Can I give you the details on promise of secrecy?
I have enough ethics in my business to do that at least. Sure.
Ethics in business. He laughs for a minute
Mhm.
and does not. He tries to stop himself. He cannot.
Look at my phone as he's laughing and go, "Is Father Jim right though?"
So look,
No.
thank you for your promise of privacy. That's a good one. So I need you to find. His name is Carmine Giordano.
Mm, mm.
And there's this private soccer club out in Queens he hangs out at. You can probably find him there. So just go grab him, bring him to us, and I got a boon for you. I got a couple of goodies. I can owe you some blood. We can work something out.
All right. Well, without giving away too many details here, what thing happened that he isn't reporting back afterwards?
No, no, no. Look, it's our business. He was on a boat. The other people who were on that boat, they can't talk anymore. He can. We need to know what happened.
Got it. All right. You're going to owe me a big one for this one now.
It's not going to be that big. You're bringing in a ghoul, all right? We asked you to bring in one of us, one of the family. That would be big. Come on, man. I got a silver sword for you. I hear there's some big dogs in town you might want it on. Sound good?
Sure.
Great. I'll get that lined up for you. Shit, I'll have a vessel thrown in too when you get here. So just give me a call. Well, not me, but my people's. Here's the number. When you got Carmine, let me know.
Got it.
Thanks a bunch.
Hang up. Note that he didn't use Mad Dog. Go into my phone, add him to.
He started the first conversation with Mad Dog. He
No,
ended
no.
it with Maddie.
He ended it with Maddie. Add him to the list of people that might need to get punched. I have it in my notes on my phone.
What are you, Chris Jericho?
Mm-hmm. Go back to the texting. Text everybody going, bad shit. Bad shit going down. We need to find Carmine now. He was part of something. We need to track his ass down now. The Giovanni are paying me to find him. Or the Geo are paying me to find him.
The Neo Geo.
Mm.
Like, I mean to send, that's great and all, but what am I being paid? But I assume it's like a picture of a duck instead that comes through.
Yeah, the cousin fuckers are willing to give us a favor if we do this for them. That's how I'll refer to them, cousin fuckers.
Kestrel's like, before we do, let's chat.
You're back now.
Okay.
Nice
Yes,
and
yes. Meet up downtown. I also have another thing I did that I need to tell you guys about, but I'll tell you when you get here. I hardly doubt it'll actually come back to bite us in the ass, but
Never say that in front of the storyteller.
Say everything in front of the storyteller. Don't be a coward.
Then I don't know which way to get you.
I think we should meet at the shared haven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Everyone meets up at the shared haven. It's bit of a weird energy. Kestrel still has Blush of Life going. And Mad Dog, your horns grew overnight.
Can we tell what kind of animal horns they are at this point?
Gazelle.
Oh, they're devil horns. They're like the pointy infernalist, triangular shaped.
Do they curl
I feel
up
like there's a
or-
big
No,
one
no,
in
they
New York.
They spiral
pyramid.
or-
They pyramid out because pyramids are evil. I've
uh,
heard.
like
Whoa,
that? Okay.
what?
what people tell me, and what people tell me has to be true.
If I like pull on them a little bit, do they feel like they give, or is it like they're
It's
solidly on
pulling
there?
on your finger. You're pulling on your toes, like it's your body. You're pulling on your ear.
Hey man, pull my horn.
What if he tries to like file him down like Hellboy?
It will
I
take a
might.
willpower roll to try and file down. Like, what would you do if you tried to? You have to make a willpower roll for the Tremere ritual that cuts off your pinky, right? So yeah,
Get
if you
like
want,
a grinder, like one of those grinders you use on rocks.
Mm.
Just rubbing a belt sander.
I think I'm going to say this now. It's going to break whatever you try and use. Whatever you try and like,
Look at
file
my.
down, they are not.
Tuck the horns into the newsy cap to get ready to go out.
Mhm.
Listen,
Uh,
it's Manhattan. I'm pretty sure we won't stand down.
So,
Unless they're looking for you.
how was your night?
Great.
Awful.
Yeah,
Awful.
same.
I might have killed. Well, I definitely killed. I definitely killed. Let
Same.
me put that out to begin with. But the person tasted very weird, and my brain kind of told me that they tasted the way that werewolves are supposed to taste, but they didn't exactly taste like werewolves. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I killed a
Huh.
werewolf light, a diet werewolf. I might have killed, I guess.
That's pretty cool. Wait,
Fascinating.
can I roll occult and intelligence to try to see if I know what the fuck that is?
Yes, occult plus intelligence. The difficulty will be somewhat high of
Yeah.
4, but doable with a good pool.
I have 6 dice for it, so let's see what we can do.
I mean, if they all come up 10, that would be 12 successes. You can do that.
Jared! I forgot to tag the stupid
Did I-
bot.
Jinx it.
3. So
So you don't know exactly what they are. You've never really heard of this before, but you have some concept of like if a vampire fed blood to a ghoul and then a vampire drank from a ghoul, it might taste a little different. So maybe there's some way that like they're related to a werewolf. What if a werewolf had a baby? Is that going to be another werewolf? You're not sure. Maybe, maybe not, and maybe not. Maybe it still tastes a little different. You don't know.
okay. So it may be a big problem that he drank a werewolf zero.
Yeah, like the Duskborn of werewolves.
Mm. I'm
Maybe
also a
it's-
lot hungrier than I was yesterday.
You know what? Same.
Oh yeah,
like-
same, totally, same. Yeah, absolutely, same.
Yeah, and it just feels like I don't know. Everything is worse but better at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you, man. It's
Mhm.
yeah. I think those guys did something. Yep.
Can I try to heal my damage? Can I rouse to heal my damage?
Absolutely, yeah.
All
With
right.
your higher rouse healing amount. 'Cause
I didn't
blood
do-
burns 4.
Kestrel, you're
I-
tongue tied. What's going on?
Just had a hell of a night, hell of a morning. It's some business issues I have to deal with right now that have me a little bit frustrated. Speaking of which, we should probably discuss this issue with this Carmen Giordano, because if we take him into the Giovannis and we were the ones who destroyed this soccer club, he's going to tell them and we're going to be in trouble. So it's
He'll-
probably for the best that he does not get back to them. He was just mysteriously found dead.
True, although we do have a little bit of a leeway with that because he did the what's Giovanni? Tony Giovanni. Tony Giovanni told me to actually go to the soccer club, so we can just like fudge when we were there, and
Are
they might.
you? I mean, I feel like they might be setting us up right now, and I don't really trust that. So I would rather play it safe and be like, we just found him dead. We don't know how it happened.
Oh yeah, sure. I doubt we're just gonna hand him over, but they were kind of freaked out. He was on some boat, and all the mortals that were on the boat can't speak anymore.
Are you sure that's not just a metaphor?
No, I don't. I think
He
it.
didn't use like or as. It's clearly
I
a
don't think.
simile.
It could be a metaphor for the fact that all the people at the soccer club were made to forget what happened.
No, they were referencing something about a boat and about how this is even before we were with him and we ran after him, which also makes me concerned about this other guy who wanted us to go get him because whoever dog blue. Oh no,
Bear.
it's Bear the dog.
Dog glue.
Bear the dog's got two things wrong with him. First of all, he knew that Carmine knew something and sent us after him before he really should have known. And number two, he's got dog in his name, and that really dilutes my brand right now. And I can't have that. I'm about to be the scourge of this city. And now I got to kill some guy I never met because he called himself Bear the dog.
Speaking of
So
potentially being the scourge of the city, have any of you heard anything from the Tremere?
No, also, I'm still laughing at my stupid simile joke.
we should lay low with them. Lay low with them. You know,
I
we
know,
don't.
just they should probably at least say something to acknowledge that we, did it to us. They don't say obviously they wouldn't say anything publicly, but it's nice to be acknowledged for a job well done.
We'll get the call. We'll get the call. And if we don't get the call, we kick the door in and we start punching people in the face. That's how we do it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're right. You're right. They're Tremere. You kick them in the balls first.
We wait for
Then
them
you
to come out, and
then
we
you
kick
punch them in the face.
That's right.
Yep. Oh, that's true. Yeah,
They're
you don't want
Tremere.
to.
You can contact Berta if you want to. You have a method of contact for them. You haven't tried calling them.
Also,
They're Tremere. Are you sure the Tremere haven't taken their balls off and put them in a jar somewhere to keep them safe?
It sounds like them.
what?
It sounds like them.
Also, now is not the time to be making enemies.
That's
They
right.
can't hear us.
Well, no, yeah, we're not enemies with them. We won't have to worry about that. We'll get back to them. I do want to get Carmine though, and I feel like we should go get Carmine because, first of all, I never let anybody go. I catch everybody, so he pissed me off there. And two, he survived not being muted by whatever it was on the boat, and everybody seems to want to figure out what happened on that boat. And this all seems very coincidental to the time when we all started getting eviler and more strong.
Storyteller, one question for you. When we're
Mhm.
all together now, do I get any weird senses off of those two?
Mm,
Even because of on see the unseen or anything?
You mean Stride of Soul?
so, with premonition, you actually, when they both said that they killed someone, it pinged and you saw their murders, and you felt bad about them. You didn't do them, but you felt bad.
And perhaps next time we can avoid leaving bodies in our wake and not, overindulge.
It was
Does
it was a completely new experience because
Kestrel have Blush
normally
of Life active?
Yes.
Why are you
What do you mean?
like this right now?
Hmm,
I just felt like doing it.
okay.
I was talking to a
how
mortal
long have we known
earlier.
each other?
I was talking to a mortal earlier, and it seemed more necessary to do it at the time.
Sure.
But it doesn't last that long. You can just stop it.
I could. It feels nice sometimes.
There's
Look,
a
haven't you
nice,
ever gotten
exchange,
haven't
eye
you ever
contact
gotten
with
in
Mad Dog?
the rapturous beauty of a heartbeat? Haven't you ever sat there and felt your pulse during a blush of life and just felt the days and times slip away from you as you got lost in the beat of life itself? They're doing some Toreador bullshit.
I'm like, this is some Toreador bullshit, and I think it's
Rhapsodizing.
working to distract me.
Yeah. As you're talking, let's move towards the car. Can you call Richie to come
Yeah,
drive us down
also,
to Bay
I need to
Ridge?
stop in at a coffee shop and tell him what happened to what's his name? The guy that got
Esau.
shot out Vord.
Esau.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I can't really
Um,
call that in. Two La Sombra trying to talk to each other on the phone? No.
No. There's someone at Julia's coffee shop. You can leave the message if she isn't there. Which she isn't, but Ursula is there. And while you're dropping off your piece of info, Ursula says, "Oh, good, Owen. Need you to check out a warehouse for us. We think we're going to launch a trap there, but we need someone to take a look. Think you and the crew can do it?"
Yeah.
Great. Here's the location. Slides you a piece of paper. I'm not going to send it to you digitally. Yeah, you can check that out later. Let us know in the next couple of days. Doesn't need to be tonight.
Like, what are you gonna ask them, like, what kind of trap they're setting, so you know what to look for?
Yeah, what are the specifics for this place you want me to check out?
So think about what would be good in terms of demolitions, if there are multiple entrances and exits, how big it is, where we could lure people, lines of sight. This might not be one person that shows up. We might have to lure a handful or two. So it needs to have a fair amount of space, but not too much. It needs to be out of the way, but not too far. And you must cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with your fangs.
Also, if you see Jacob, right? That's his name.
The Tremere region?
Yeah.
Yes.
The others were like, "Hey, can we get some acknowledgement about last night?
What did you do last night?
We did some work for him."
Oh, I assume you leave the note, and Ursula can read the note you leave for Julia.
Oh, I thought I was leaving
Right.
a note for Ursula.
Oh, okay, fair. That makes sense. She is
She's-
higher.
She's
She's
the
the primogen.
primogen, right?
Yep. Issa, huh? That is a loss. Not a big one.
He is a traitor. Was a traitor.
Who hasn't stabbed someone in the back over time?
But he got caught.
I mean, I haven't.
But he got caught.
It's true. It's true. From his perspective, you were caught, but you came out ahead. And you say he just disappeared.
Yeah. I hope he's not inside of me. That would be weird.
You wouldn't want to have another man inside of you.
Listen.
Do you mind? And she gestures for your wrist.
Sure.
She pulls out her fangs. You're sure?
I'm sure.
She tastes your blood. Give me a rouse check.
Also, I'll have you know, Owen was born in the 50s and, lived through the 70s and everything that entails. What's that line from The Office? With Creed's like, "I made love to many women, and if a man were to have slipped in, who would have known?" Also, I've been a vampire for a very long time.
Who hasn't?
Rouse check,
All vampires
bad.
are inherently gay, you know.
They're not inherently not gay.
Or bisexual.
Queer.
Pan.
Did your hunger go up?
My hunger indeed went up.
Ursula peels back her head and gives you a look of surprise and respect. You've been keeping secrets, huh?
I mean, we all do.
Don't let Julia know. Have a good night.
You too. Always good to see you.
And I'll talk to Jacob if you want some recognition. I didn't know you were that vain.
The others.
You're not.
It's Mad
Oh, okay. Yes, of course. Mad Dog and the Rose.
Dog.
That
You know
makes
how
sense.
they are.
Very well.
Roses thrive on attention.
So you get the location of that spot to check out in a future session. Unless you rush to it now, which you could, your choice.
I think we're gonna do the Carmine.
Carmine. So you don't know where Carmine is. I didn't want to interrupt earlier, but the location that Giovanni sent you to is the one you broke up, so you don't have a lead from that conversation. The only lead is from the Giovanni person you interrogated at Carmine Soccer Club. Said maybe his cousin in Bay Ridge.
Yep.
That's the best you got.
Yeah, we gotta check the cousin.
Especially when it comes to Giovanni.
So you go.
We're gonna catch him on flagrante.
Richie drives everybody over there, and it's a third-story apartment. And there's a buzzer on the front that it's apartment 5. You hit the buzzer. There's no answer. The door isn't a very strong lock, but it is locked.
Are we going in the old-fashioned way?
I think I can just try to break into the house through larceny means. Try to pick the lock.
Okay, that's give me
I was gonna say, is there a fire
dexterity
escape?
plus larceny.
I'm gonna take half. That's 3 for me.
Beautiful. You pick the lock. Takes you 30 seconds less, and nobody's looking at you. Kestrel and Owen flank you. You're in the door. You go up to apartment 5. It's on the 3rd floor, left-hand door. Not very strong-looking wooden door, but there's a doorbell on it. You could knock. You assume it's locked.
Turn on beast senses or
Sense the
Eyes of
beast.
Oh, okay.
no, eyes of the beast. Eyes of the beast.
Oh, eyes of the beast. Gotcha. Protein. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Free action.
Listen at the door. Does anybody hear anything?
There's
there
actually
movement in there?
TV sounds coming from apartment 6. So if there's anything in apartment 5, you can't really hear it. Apartment 5 and 6 on either side.
Let's try to quietly pick this lock as well.
I will need a roll for this. You can take half on the first one, but this one is a roll.
At thirst. 3 successes.
Great.
God,
Same as
almost-
taking half, but you could have failed. Hunger could have happened, etc.
No, 110. One more 10. I was gonna get another friggin'
Messy crit.
messy critical.
So you get the lock open silently. Door opens and it's late-ish. It's like 11 o'clock. There are no lights on. Looks like no one's home. At least when you open the front door, you walk around. You see there's a bedroom. You see there's a bath. You see a hallway with 2 doors. If you open it, bathroom, bedroom, empty.
I guess let's search this place to see if
Premonition
clues.
for Kestrel.
Premonition. All right.
As the this is just going to be one that happens. The door to the bedroom opens, and you get a flash of Carmine and a woman talking, and him saying, "Pack your bags, we're out." And the flash ends.
Wait.
Carmine says to a woman, "Pack your bags, we're out."
Yeah, Kestrel's kind of, that same wide-eyed premonition stare, and then startles and grabs Mad Dog's shoulder and is like, "Wait, he's planning on leaving town. There's a woman in there."
Do
Do we just let him go?
No.
We could just let him go.
I need to know. It's better to have the information about what happened on the boat.
Like, we can get the information, and we tell him we'll let him live as long as his face is never seen in New York City again.
Listen, we could really benefit
What's,
from.
what's the matter? What's the matter with you?
I
Listen,
just
silence.
Wait.
last night was a
I think
lot.
I need Kestrel to kill this guy.
Last night was a lot. I'm tired of all of this. Let's just let him go.
Listen, we could really use a favor from the Giovanni with everything that's going on.
I could too, but I just don't feel right about this. If he's leaving, he's not going to be a problem.
Who cares?
We
Who
don't know that.
cares? He's a Giovanni ghoul. Who cares? When we bring him to him, they're gonna kill him.
If we don't
And
bring
we
him in,
have
they're
an
just gonna hunt him
opportunity.
down with a ghost.
Then that's his problem with them, not ours. Look, I just
Let's
don't feel right about this.
let's interrogate him and then see what happens.
As long as you keep your mind open to the possibility of letting him go, agreed?
Sure.
Sure.
Do I believe them?
Do they mean it?
Look, he wouldn't have meant it before this all happened anyway.
I could
Since
be
you're the only one with
convinced.
auspex, I'm going to say that you have the ability to figure out if they mean it.
I could be convinced if he tells me some real crazy story and like killing him would just be dumb and hurt us. Then yeah, I could.
Or
But
if he offers us a lot of cool stuff.
he's also just like a bag of meat. I don't understand why you're so.
I kind of
Yeah.
like.
on this
Where
one
is the
bag of meat.
door? Is the door open at this point, or
Oh yeah, you can walk around the apartment at this point, and
okay? I
notice
kind of
that
like
there is
see.
still a lot of clothing. Like they clearly did not pack a lot. And so you even begin to think, you said out loud, they're leaving the city. And you're not sure that that's true. They're definitely leaving here, but nothing in the vision implied leaving the city.
Okay. Kess kind of like looks around, takes stock of the area, kind of goes quiet for a second, arms crossed over chest, looking at everything, and says, "Okay." We try to get him to leave forever, or we make him leave forever.
Oh my God, you sound like the peacenik good like bums that we were just talking to last night. Did they get to you? Come on.
Let's just get this over with.
Oh my God, Owen. I can't deal with this right now. This guy fucks with me and I grow horns, and then he fucks with you and you're like, oh, thanks, thanks, weird hobo preacher, for messing with my head.
Kestrel snaps and like turns, puts a finger in your face, and is like, "Look, I had a lot to think about last night. I had a really long, thoughtful evening, and you're not going to take that away from me. So let's just get this done with."
I get it, it's new for you, but I have a question for you before anything goes on that I need you to think long and hard about since you're doing that now. If you become a liability for us, that's going to cause problems. Do you understand? This guy, he's small potatoes, whatever. But we're in something a little bit bigger here, where people
Yes,
have to
I
clean
understand.
house.
He's small potatoes. That's why it might not be necessary. On a bigger one, I won't hesitate.
Let's ask the more important question here. Me, you, and Archibald in a room. We got him. Are we gonna give him the benefit of the doubt? We're gonna let him say he's sorry?
Let him
No, of
kidnap
course not.
more important people to you?
No,
'Cause I don't think
Archibald's
we
a piece
call
of
them
shit.
touchstones.
Okay.
Archibald's a piece of shit, and we kill him.
Okay.
He does more damage alive than it would do to us to kill him.
All right.
That just means this guy might not be worth it.
I'm gonna need these new rules written down on a piece of paper. I got to study these things, and we're gonna need to talk about how we treat humans now.
Perhaps,
Calling them
Hey.
humans, huh?
Question. pops into all of your minds while you're having your debate. How are you finding him?
We're gonna search
So
this.
you're talking about what you do when you find him. What is your plan to find him? You have 0 leads at the moment.
Turn this apartment upside down.
Is there a laptop or his cousin have a laptop or anything?
Oh,
Yeah, she's got a laptop that is not here.
Oh, so it's not.
Because
So
that's something you bring when you pack one bag to take with you.
Check out her TiVo.
no, I want to check-
TiVo
Alexa?
has a lot of things. TiVo'd, House, The Real Housewives, other things with the word house in the name, House Hunters, Ghost
Love
Hunters
it,
is
love it,
also in there. Ghost Hunters is also on there.
Hunting
lot.
Sasquatch.
No hunting Sasquatch.
Ah,
Destination Truth.
You turn this place upside down. Here's the thing. Owen and Mad Dog, at one point, you're opening shit up in the kitchen, just like going nuts, and some garlic falls out, and you both flexively go backwards.
Son of a bitch!
You are both just like,
what is that? What is that?
I'm not going near that. You are both now having the folkloric bane block of garlic. There will be more. Don't think repenting was the wrong choice. It wasn't.
Listen, listen, we were being forced to make a choice by a couple of yahoos.
I'm sorry. There were 3 of them, and the last one was goalie post. You can
I'm
figure
not gonna,
out.
I'm not gonna take what a ghost tells me at face value.
A ghosty post.
Not after they stopped a ball from flying away in midair and broke every rule of what you were expecting. So garlic is now something that you both have a problem with. Find out what else. Who
Good
knows?
thing we're not Giovanni.
Good thing you're not the fucking
This is clearly
Putanesca.
a mortal. This is a mortal's house, right? There's food in the fridge. There's milk that's going to expire in 5 days. You find trinkets and stuff like that. You don't find any electronics other than like the TV and TiVo. No phone. You do find a phone charger, but there's no phone with it. You
Evidence
assume.
of a cat?
Nope.
Dog?
No pets.
Okay.
No pets.
Mm.
She's got some work papers. You've got a reasonably mid-tier job, for New York City. It pays medium well. Some sort of an accounting firm, pretty boring looking stuff, but it's got like a couple of folders that have her work address.
Does any of this have? Does she have any like credit card statements or something? Or
You check the trash and you see a couple of receipts in there, but you also have to go through some other nasty stuff.
don't say garlic.
And it's just a little repulsive, and it gets on you, and you feel like the sticky, ucky yuckiness on your hands that even when you've like washed it off, it's just your hands. There's blood on your hands. I mean yuck.
I was gonna say, there's a bunch of spilled rice that we have to count.
How many peas are in a bag of peas? No. But you do find a couple of receipts of credit card purchases, point of sale stuff. So it doesn't have all the line, the way that a receipt doesn't tell you how to get my credit card info, just a little bit of it.
Well, if this is a cousin of someone named Carmine, who is an active member of the mafia, you think there might be a little bit of a hidey hole, secret place here. Check to see if there's any hidey holes in this apartment.
Like the air vents?
Air vents or behind the air conditioner.
You make several
closet.
holes. There are no hidey holes here. You are so sure that there's something there, and you make a hole that wasn't there before. Yeah, you don't find any hidey holes. You don't even find any really illicit things.
No
It looks
toilet
kind of like
gun?
no toilet gun, no like no alcohol, no ashtray, no coffee.
They don't have
They
like
got tea.
Any
they don't have, like, a
religious
cross on the wall,
paraphernalia?
yeah.
They got some Mother Magdalene, Mary. There's some Catholic iconography. There's a cross,
Is
which
there any
as
kind of
Owen and Mad Dog look at, you feel like turning away.
is there any sign of like what church she attended? Any like pamphlets left over from mass or something?
Wits plus investigation. Most of this I
Okay.
was going to let you just
Oh,
find because there's no contest here. You can spend as long as you want in this empty house.
The Sunday bulletin, right? Like the
But let's see if you find if she has a pamphlet. This is really if she has one.
Or
If she
prayer
has it, you'll
card.
find.
One, nah.
No, you find a Bible that looks like it was taken from a hotel room, like it's a Gideon's. You do, as you look at the Bible, though, Kestrel, a flash of insight comes to you. It's not a premonition, but it's maybe you could try to force a premonition and a stronger one with that vial that the Tremere gave you.
It's true.
There might be mundane methods.
Okay. Let's try some normal avenues first, but I'll have that in my back pocket, literally and figuratively.
I'll say, as someone who tracks people down for a living, they are probably going to be smart enough not to use any credit cards or debit cards where I can track them. I'll text Bob their information, and from that credit card statement, give him the credit card number.
Gotcha. The credit card statement doesn't give you the full numbers, right? It's like the last 4 digits of your social kind of thing. So he would have to find the first 6 digits, which would be a monumental task for one ghoul whose specialty is not tech research. That might be something a hacker maybe would try and do, but it's probably not Bob's specialty to get a point of sale credit card receipt and track that to a credit card full number.
That's legit.
That's probably easier to do than hacking into her work office and like trying to get like the phone contact number they have on file for her there. Although Bob could probably do that. He could probably go there. And
She does have a landline.
Aww.
No answering machine, though.
I think you should use your prophecy powers here because
it's almost midnight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sit down on their couch, sit, cross-legged, take out the little vial and chug it.
You have to like actually force yourself to swallow it. It's normally enough for when you're drinking something, but there's a hesitation for a moment, and then it goes down, and you have Auspex 6 for the moment.
What is Auspex 6?
Let's go to the White Wolf Wiki.
So Auspex 6 is, I'm doing this homebrew. I'm not stealing one of theirs. For the moment, the only extra power you have is called Combat Premonition, but that's not super helpful because you're not in combat. If you had drank this in combat on the road, that would have been different. But you weren't in the car with Reggie to get it at the time. So you drink it now, Auspex 6, Premonition is forced. Give me your roll with Wits plus Auspex plus Blood Potency bonus, with Auspex 6 as your Auspex rating. And depending on that, I think 10 dice roll, you will see some amount of information.
Egg thirst. Oh, I'm willpowering that. That is a very poor roll.
Well, sometimes the dice.
5 successes.
Okay, excellent.
It's taken
So
half.
it's 5 successes. You begin to think about Carmine. You've seen him, you saw him in the vision, you're where he was. Where would he go? Where would this woman go? And your mind goes to the Bible. It's a Gideon Bible from a hotel. They went to a hotel. What hotel would they? That cheeky fucker. That cheeky fucker. You see a vision of Carmine and the woman walking into the New Yorker hotel. That's where Elysium is.
Yep. Yep.
Now, it's a big hotel. Elysium is not happening there right now. But it's the same building. What a cheeky fucker. Your vision, you're forcing it to follow him, trying to catch him in the elevator. You see him press button 22. You see him take out a card that has a room number, and it's 22-0, and you're trying to focus on the last number, but before it comes into clarity, your vision changes. Not what you were thinking of. And this image comes into your mind. Is that too far?
X. Which
The
suite
important
is that?
thing is the image. Consider the image. And then the image fades. And another image comes to your mind. Feels similar to that first one. And you see this image.
That's one of my favorite cards.
It's a good one. And then this fades. And your mind again seems to change topics, although you're not sure why, and you're not sure where it's going to, and you're not sure. You vaguely get a sense of familiarity, but you don't know who this familiar is being represented by. It's someone, but you're not sure.
It's the worm.
And your
Spiral.
vision ends as you see it goes back to Carmine popping the key out of the door and walking in. But again, 22-0 something. You're
Wait,
not sure that
wait.
last number.
when hotels they have the doors in pairs, like a left one and a right one. Can Kestrel tell if it's a right door or a left door? Based on the way it opens in?
No.
Okay.
The dice
I
didn't-
imagine that during this, Kestrel's like eyes roll back into their head, and you just see like the whites of their eyes twitching as they're on the couch staring like head up into space.
You also
Hey.
get a little bit led around the apartment. Like you're sleepwalking. Right? You're not conscious of it. You're seeing the vision, but they see you at one point like get up, walk over to the kitchen, walk back, sit back down. You have no idea you're doing this. Your eyes are still white.
Say to Owen while this is happening, are we going to have to?
I mean, maybe.
Oh boy,
That's really up to him now, isn't it?
I can't believe you listened to these idiots. Repent?
Yeah.
Repent? You actually repented? Oh my god, what a blunder. So dumb.
Yeah, I feel great. Let's not talk about the garlic thing though.
Don't even know what you're talking about. And as I take as I take a shirt and put it over the cross that's on the wall, I also feel fucking amazing. I feel like I could kill 3 Bettys tonight.
Oh my god, right? And check this out, like I partially turned part of my arm into shadow.
I think with the location approximately, you've got 9 different doors it could be at the hotel. But I think this is a reasonably good place for us to call it for tonight.
I think so.
We will pick it up next week, 1 week from tonight. But let's do some outros. First, thank you all to you playing with me. Thank you, Big Dad Industries, for running this. Thank you all for watching this. So it's a lot of fun to do this by itself. I hope you enjoy it too. So I would like to do reverse order from the intro. So, Owen, you want to go first? Ben?
Sure. Hi, Ben, Big Dad, Chief Yeoman of Big Dad Industries. First, I'd like to thank the people that subscribed tonight. Zensomancer, thank you for gifting those subs to the community. You don't have to do that. And I've said before, once I get the the minimum for a payout from Twitch, I'll be donating it to a charity. I'm looking for a good one now. Suggestions are welcome. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. Keep your eyes tuned to the channel. I'll probably be doing some cool Halloween stuff next month. And definitely getting a short one-shot for Mage going. It should be a nice introductory scenario for Mage for people that don't really know how to play it. It's a yeah, so check that out, and I had a great time.
Me next? I forget. Yeah, right.
Go for it.
No socials to promote. I just want everyone to know that they should not repent. God was wrong, and we do nothing wrong in only trying to survive.
How many flaws do you think you don't have? Never mind. Sorry, we'll get to it later.
Hi.
Yeah.
I guess it's me then. Hi, I'm Tyler. I played Kestrel tonight. I repented, and we'll see how that goes for me.
Oh shit, we gotta roll our stains. We want to do them off stream.
We'll do the bookkeeping and experience points off stream.
Okay.
You all will find
Not
out
gonna
next
go well,
week.
chat.
You'll find out next week how horribly fucked they are and how wonderful I am. Uh, anyways, you can find me on Twitter at Tyler Rose RPG for my normal human life stuff, and you can find me at Clan Gargoyle for vampiric memes that are never just dreams. Have a good night, everybody.
Well, thank you all again for tuning in. Again, I'm your storyteller at House Tremere. You can find me on Twitter. I am enjoying running these games. I plan to run more in the future. I hope you will come back next week. See what I think may be the last session. Might stretch. We'll see if we have it in us for a fifth. I'm trying to conclude this, but there's just so much fun to be had. So many wonderful scenes and figuring out how to navigate 2 unrepentant vampires and 1 repentant vampire may take some time. It's a good thing vampires have so long. If only we did.
Why the rush?
For now, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for tuning in. And we'll see you next week. Till then.
Have a good night.
Night, everybody.
Forget.
Repair!
No.